Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, and all the colors in between, welcome to Overarms today. Today, we're going to continue off our roleplay sessions as we have been for the past few years. It's just there's a huge elephant in the room that I need to address before we continue forward. Kalis, who had been playing the role of both Myron and Falcone, as well as Ben when Ben was there, will no longer be playing his roles. I'm not sure if it'll be a temporary or a permanent, but there's always a place ready for Kalis whenever he decides that he's able to and wishes to return. Other than that, as I've spoken with all the other players beforehand, I made it pretty clear both Falcone and Myron will continue to make their appearances in the story. I will continue role-playing them, keeping mannerisms the same, rhyming for Falcone, and the smugness for Myron. And I apologize for the sudden abruption to you guys, the audience, as you know, this isn't something
happened.
You wouldn't. Yeah, normally you wouldn't like watch a movie and then Chris is just like nope, I'm not gonna be your Captain America, and then they have to like film one half with Chris Hemsworth and then another half with someone else as a Captain America, and it's really obvious the two differences, but the show must go on. So with that, it really sucks. Every person that I've talked to about it really wish it didn't have to happen, but life does, and so we're going to continue forward. And I just want to say I appreciate each of you guys for giving me your time and talking to me about the situation. And are we ready for Overarms today is the last question I have.
No.
Never ready for Overarms.
No, never ready.
That's...
I mean, like after the
he fucking left.
That one was an accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was comedic timing perfect.
It was. It really was. So, where we last left off, our friends, comrades, allies in between. Who wants to give us a small recap?
I guess I'll go first. So Samric, Knight, Edmund, and Myron, and Grimton were fortifying the Sauntering Stallion in, I think, East Bay, because we heard news about there being a raid of some sorts that'll be attempting to stamp on any anime users. And we made the choice to sneak out of there because, well, some of us can't stay there for safety reasons. They're sneaking over onto West Bay. Maybe they don't give a shit about anything over there.
Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds pretty close. Cyrek and Knight ended up crossing paths with Edmund and Myron, who Myron and Edmund both took Knight and Cyrek in for help, since they ended up finding out through Knight that there might be a lockdown for the district, and it's better to defend their home than leave it unguarded, depending on what might have happened. Edmund also made punji traps.
Yeah.
The house is fortified with 20,000 HP and a 35 defense. Other than that, some of the other things that happened during this time is, let's talk about Lance first. That at the beginning of the month, he was trying to make his way back to West Bay, but got arrested by the Hammer District. The second half of the month, which is the second week, the beginning of the second week, Lance had talked to the Hammer District people finally, and they were convinced by Steiner from Travail, Lance is legit. Here's at least his paperwork for Travail, as he is a police officer and works for Squad Zero, so they gave them that information. They didn't give you the registration information that they're all looking for, Lance. You're running around with the glorified police badge that registers you as an Anima user for Squad Zero. It doesn't say your Anima power, it doesn't say anything like that. It just registers you as an Anima user for Travail.
Excuse me.
You're excused. Okay, Lance?
Gotcha.
Okay. Other than that, when Lance got released, he was then sent over on the same Wednesday that Knight was like looking out the windows and everything. So we had that really cool canon kind of storyline where Knight might have actually saw the van Lance was driving in from. And we'll have to get into what Lance gets into before he arrives at the Sauntering Stallion too. Not including Seinrich. Alistair is now working on his comprehension of zero magic, learning that learning that he can dip a certain amount of AP, which is I think I left it all the way up to 5. Yeah, because 5 is the highest you can pour your AP into, and you are only a very much apprentice. But you can still pump 5 into it. Each time you put more AP, a different effect and a higher chance for probability to go in your favor is increased. So the lower, the less of a chance things might happen, and more likely it could backfire. Zero magic, just a small reminder for you, Alistair, and the audience. Zero magic is sort of reality bending magic. When you cast it, depending on how much AP you spend, you cannot regain that max HP AP until the next week. And it has a week cooldown, so it's only once per week, draining your max AP depending on how much you spend. And more AP you spend, the more reality you can bend. However, the more reality you can bend, and even if it still comes out as a positive result, there still is the reverberation effect that could happen across the multiverse realm, like the multi-dimensions, that the dimensional plane, that treasure map you found, that could, have its own repercussions depending on how much AP you spend. So, other than that, what would Alistair be doing in the interim of the weeks? I know you wanted him to be studying, but he would clearly hear about what's going on in the Market District by now. Even if he wasn't trying to pay attention to it. It's just like this is like such hot news, everyone's kind of talking about it on campus.
He'd probably go look for Lance since, he shouldn't be out yet.
How would Alistair go about looking for Lance?
Yeah.
Well, how would he try? You could call Steiner, you could try to call Lance's place.
First, before I do anything, let me check my character sheet.
Yeah, of course. Take your time with that. We're going to... also, I guess let's just quickly touch on Edmund. How's Edmund feeling about everything so far with the Sauntering Stallion and the current situation that's the political environment for Market District?
I hope those plates are level 4.
Classic.
Classic. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just quickly get over a scene with Lance, and then we're going to continue the scene in the Sauntering Stallion.
Load shotgun.
Yep. Lance, as you're being escorted by the police towards the Market District and into the Sauntering Stallion, which you know where it is, right?
I would imagine mine one kind of gave the location because I would invoke the whole, he called Lance his bestest friend.
Yes, I just don't think the player ever told you verbatim where it was, or you never.
Well, I know it's
huh?
Well, I know the location is called the Sauntering Stallion at least.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you know at least the name of it, then they can triangulate.
Lance
So-
says things do happen.
Well, you're
Sauntering through the clearly empty streets, the Market District.
well, no. You're in the Cervantes district. You're crossing into the Cervantes district from the Market District, and at this checkpoint, you would see that there are several armed guardsmen, riot shields, machine guns on their side. They look like they're not they're not fucking around. They're all wearing gas masks too, which seems to be a peculiar thing because You never seen people wear a gas mask before. Their visors have like red like visuals on their scopes. And
Oh, hey, what was that anime called? I know exactly what you were referring to.
It's
Wolf
it's
Squad.
Raccoon City.
No, it's Wolf. The Wolf Squad one.
Okay, well,
Where
no,
you see these.
no, that's not the reference. What was it, Evie? You said?
It's Raccoon City, Operation Raccoon City.
No, Burning Hell. Edmund now has a broken ankle.
All right, that's fair.
I'm teasing. No, but it's not that. Good.
Accidentally load CS:GO.
Don't do that.
I accidentally clicked on an item and hit in my inventory wanting to sell it, and I hit inspect in game like an idiot.
Oh, that happens. The best of us. Back to Lance real fast. The police officers are the officers who hold that checkpoint are really against Lance going through the checkpoint, as they make it really clear when they walk up to the van to tell you to go the other way. The other officers in the van with you, who are the Hammer District officers, begin to have a conversation between both districts. And Lance, without getting into the role play of it, but you can kind of gather that these two guys, they both don't want to deal with you. Like, you're an Anima user, and they're both looking to literally ditch you wherever they can.
What makes you think we want to deal with him either?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how the conversation would go. It's like, license and registration. Hey, listen, we're the Hammerfeld District Police, and we said license and registration. Hey, look, don't be a hard ass with us, all right? We're just transporting an Anima user over the border. What? We're going on a lockdown. What part of lockdown and no Anima users don't you get? Well, we don't want them either.
The lockdown part, the Anima user part, and not wanting to be here part.
This is the police.
So everything you just said.
Well, like I said, the market district's on lockdown. We've been given martial law, and we are not accepting any more Anima users. The police, the Hammerveld police pull out Lance's request via Steiner and Lance's paperwork for being a Travail police officer, stating it's police business. They look over the information and see that it's legit, and the officer who's holding the checkpoint goes, "We'll let you in, Anima user, but the only stipulation is that you have to follow protocol and go for register yourself for the lockdown. You will not be allowed out once we let you in. Is that clear?" Lance.
Wait, so hold on, real quick. If I told you I found some Anima users, and I told you that these are the guys under my jurisdiction, that's okay, right? It's part of an investigation.
They also require paperwork and to be compliant with the lockdown. There is no exception. You can perform whatever police duties you need and be compliant to the law.
You don't be such a hot ass. Well, you got my paperwork and everything.
And
so,
you don't have to be an Anima user.
You act like I'm about to literally kill you or something.
Alright, that's it. That's it. I'm goldenrod sitting this bitch. Call me the Elite Four.
Lance just looks kind of confused, like, you do realize you have more than enough ultimates to kill, any regular person, right? You can also do that to an Anima user. You're acting like you're gonna be
Anima user, get going before we change your mind. And remember, you have to be compliant to the lockdown. And they walk away from you.
Man, I hope Myron and the other one. I hope Myron and Edmund, okay? This is crazy bullshit. As Lance just drives in.
Lance, as you're driving in, I want you to make a dexterity check. You can also junction if you like.
Sure, just give me a second. I'm gonna totally fucking junction. You joking?
I am going to destroy the middle class.
Says Myron. It's Edmund just looking at the screen. He didn't startle, which means he's not joking.
I rarely take anything that Evie says as a joke. Even when he says it's a joke, I laugh. But secretly, I'm writing it all down for the CIA.
alright, just give me a second. So,
Yep.
yeah, click down the 9, 7 to do a dexterity check.
My bad. It's
And
Saffron City.
How?
Wow, you are so lucky that you rolled an 11. So you rolled a 12, and that was literally what you needed. So very fucking close. Could have fucked that up real bad, kind of deal. But Lance, as you're driving away, you noticed it's just off the corner of your eye, and as you try to turn to like actually look what you saw, the person or people are gone. Not like they disappeared, but they just walked out of sight, either behind a car or toward another building. But you swore that you saw a gun silver man, but he was like wearing an exosuit.
Like what I was wearing.
No. You're wearing way better shit. I'm talking about you saw a man, like you could see him, like Warhammer 40k, the penitent suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but make it way smaller. Like it's portable, human sized. And for anyone who doesn't get what I'm talking about, it's just a dude wearing over armor. So he has a metal harness. He's got metal plating above his right arms and legs, and he's got this weird contraption. And again, the moment you saw him, you really couldn't pay attention to more details. All you could see was that he was wearing this metal harness and a gas mask too. Except the gas mask looked different from everyone else's. By the time you had a chance to even pay more attention, like at the time you try to look over and see more details, the person's gone.
Huh. Lance kind of like sighs deeply, like as he's driving. I really hope we don't have to fight people.
It is an empty as fuck district. The only people moving around are officers. And from time to time, you can even see the officers going into buildings or coming out of buildings with people.
Lance kind of like rubs his neck, feeling that ominous feeling from Orlean. Like none of the officers are like, if they follow Lance, Lance just like reaches over and like starts telling them.
No, you're in a car being driven. You're in your car being driven over. Oh no, they actually wouldn't have let your truck get out of impound. Honestly, you have a turret on it.
Well, I mean, the turret was in the tram the entire time.
No. I'm talking about your truck, your APC. I think they would impound it. But at the same time, Lance wanted to leave and drive in it, so I'm having a hard time believe that the militant police officers would let a APC with a turret on top go past, though.
Trust me, this is police legal. Trust me.
Well, at the very least, the turret would be unarmed, unammoed, because they would have taken it from you. At least that. The turret's operational, but it has no ammo. Oh, that's pretty good. Otherwise, Lance, you would make your way over to the Sauntering Stallion, and we're going to switch our gears over to the Sauntering Stallion, where we have Edmund, Myron, Cyric, and Knight, all performing their morning, like their respective choices and actions throughout that day. This is when they were figuring out that the news broadcast had happened, and that they were having Anima users come out to be registered and whatnot, which was what Lance has been driving through and seeing, that the officers are working through buildings specifically and pulling people out of it to register them or not. At this time, Myron has slumped away into his room, as before the scene had begun, he had "Gentlemen, I have a wonderful idea. I just need some time alone with the Cimrillis, and I might be able to think of a solution to our problems. I leave the store's ownership and defense, to Grimtongue and Edmund. If things do become too hairy, do not fear to call me." And with that, Myron would abscond himself to his own room study to work out a solution.
As you say, Black Lord.
Knight takes a seat onto the bar counter edge. He looked out the window several times, and now he's just sitting at the table at the bar counter. Nervous, worried, anxious. It kind of tells on like the continuing wrapping of his right hand on the table. Like, you know how people do the finger thing where they start with their pinky and just go all the way down to their index finger?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what Knight is doing on the bar counter, as he's dealing with the news. Edmund, you had finished the day. You had finally finished the night before with the last punji trap. So the south exit's trapped. How are you feeling today?
Terrible.
I mean, not IRL.
Both.
No.
Edmund is waiting for the inevitable.
How would Edmund be preparing himself?
By taking a shot of whiskey. Well, whiskey on the rocks.
Do you mind if I add something else to that scene?
What?
In front of Edmund, you already have your relic, kind of like an actual revolver. Since it's basically just a revolver, you would have several parts of it disassembled, except for the portion of the handle where you would have to slam it. You would have it for the handle that's not disassembled, and the spinning wheel thingy, because it's not technically a spinning wheel; it's a black hole. So that's all together in one integral part. But it's, like the rest of it, like the revolver piece and the other portions of the revolver, you can disassemble. So as Edmund has like his shot of he would have a shot of drink next to him, but you're like cleaning portions of the gun, getting yourself ready for a fight.
Oh shit. Wait a minute, I don't remember summoning dust and ashes. Hold up.
Yeah, slide it away. How would Cymric be feeling this morning too?
He'd be thinking of what to do, but he sees Knight getting all interested and like gives him his scarf to, play with that instead.
Oh, what? I'm sorry?
He puts his hand on Knight, telling him it's gonna be fine, because he's not alone.
Yay!
Knight looks up at Cymric and gives him a solid nod, like, yeah, thanks. Just, still a tough situation we're in. He looks over at Edmund. It's not like, it's not like this is something we've ever dealt with before. A whole district coming after us.
Well, I mean...
And we've established we've all met at the King of Anima tournament, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, great.
We all met there.
Yep.
We also all met at Lance's house.
Yeah. Edmund, what do you do for a living? I never really got a chance to ask. Nate kind of like turns over to face you and is trying to drag his mind away from this current situation.
Well, not only do I work for Myron as his bodyguard, I also work for the GIA.
Oh, the GIA. I never heard of them. Because he hasn't been around many districts before, so... Who are they? Sorry, I didn't mean to roll that.
Gridiron Assembly. It's a workforce, if you will. Kind of like a construction.
Construction, huh? I used to do a bit of that myself before I came to the city.
Oh, what was your specialty? If you did have one, was it just general construction or?
General construction.
Yeah. You know the idiots that had to go in the pipes and go in the ditches and weld the pipes shut?
Yeah, what about them?
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm a welder.
Knife chuckles. Whenever a story starts with, those idiots, you know exactly it's going to be talking about them.
Well, so I remember it was my first job for GIA because we had to do like a little test job. And it was like 3 new people on the site. one of the welds didn't really. One of the other welders didn't really do their job properly, and when they went to test the water flow in the pipe, let's just say the pipe cracked,
Oh no, that doesn't sound good.
and it was the sewer line.
Haha, yeah, worse. And how did that sticky situation got resolved?
Well, I got hired.
Knight sits back a shot for you. Well, shit, that's one hell of an employment story for you. Cyrus, what did you say you used to work construction, but I didn't find you at construction when we met.
That was before you found me at my what was my current gig.
You're built like a construction worker.
He's right. I mean, look at me.
No, totally. That's why I wasn't against the idea of joining the King of Anima fighter tournament. I mean, I didn't think we were going to lose. It came from 11 to 11:30, and this would be around the time. Well, actually, no, we already had night C. You guys, yeah, we already had night C. You guys earlier in the morning. So this isn't the morning. This is the evening. It's like 5 p.m. Huh?
Is Edmund's gun fully assembled?
It could be reassembled with very fast. Like before, you would be able to reassemble it and then still fight with it the same turn. It's just roleplay fluff.
I'm gonna reassemble it now.
I'm sorry?
I'm going to reassemble it now.
So wait,
Sure.
how many pieces we got?
You've reassembled the pistol while you were talking. You weren't looking at anybody, Edmund, and you were just like fixing up the revolver. So 5:30, and there's a knock at the door now.
Oh hell!
Knight looks over at the door. I'm assuming Cyric looks at the door. Grimton looks over and speaks. Should we deal with this? It sounds like it sounds like knock it, like serious knocking.
Well,
I hope that's the male person at the door.
hold on. I gotta look at something real quick. I still have an iron bar in my inventory. Can I shove that entire thing?
The entire iron bar into your gun? You don't need to. It'd be a waste since your gun can't process all that iron.
You said it was malleable, right?
Yeah.
Can I break off a piece of the iron bar?
It would require an action of time, and you would have to use dust and ashes to help you, since I don't imagine an actual human being be able to snap iron as easy.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna toss Grimtongue 10 gold and use the whiskey glass that I had earlier and shove it in the gun.
Cool. Yeah, he'll gladly pocket the 10 pieces. Anything you pay Grimtongue, he automatically puts that to a no spend fund. That no spend fund that you've been putting in so far has 40 gold pieces since you spent that much so far.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, he lets you get the last piece. Knight sighs, finishing the last drink he had, looking at the door. If you guys think it's a ballroom blitz, do you think we should try to hide somewhere?
Well, here's the thing.
Knock, 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 knock.
So,
At the door.
I hope whoever is at the door has some fleshy bits. Otherwise, this is going to be very, very concerned. What am I doing? I can just look out the window.
Well, you guys barricaded it.
Yeah.
Barely peeping out of it because there's not a lot of good holes to see through it. The angle which the person's knocking, you can't see them from that window.
I know.
And you can see the streets though. You can see there's a black van sitting out there, and it seems to. And you see Lance's truck. If you've seen the door knocker before. No one not seeing it the first time wouldn't remember seeing the door knocker the second time. It's a really obvious truck. And since they drove in with the door knocker, yeah, you would see Lance's car. The officers are driving. There are like other like officered men like walking to their own black van. But yeah, you see Lance's truck outside.
Oh, so oh yeah. So I'm going to open the door.
Everyone you know, everywhere you go, and this is like the sitcom where you guys see Lance come in. Lance played by.
Lance. The guest on Lance McKinley, as he does like the
Oh.
whole like big ol' guns.
But
I'm gonna
anyway,
be
yeah,
honest,
Lance.
I
The door
almost shot
opens,
you.
and you see Edmund standing.
I'm gonna be honest. I
Hey.
almost shot you in the head.
You do see him holding a revolver.
Hey.
From the second floor. Edmund! You better not let the IRS in! Coming from Myron.
Can I come in?
No, stay outside, you dirty hippie.
But Knight shakes his head. No. Wait, Lance?
Hey. Wait, what the hell are you doing here? I thought I was gonna have to hunt you down through the entire district. No, that saved my trip. Oh, hey, Steinwick. Good, you're here too.
You're sounding more loose. Are you all better?
Well, Lance kind of like shows everyone he's walking. He does like a little dance in front of everyone. See? Mobile again, for the most part. But
You say for the most part. What happens after?
Edmund, could you please tell me who this guest is? There's only one man who is allowed to wear that much gold, and he is not the Bright Lord.
I guess I'm Lance. I'm guessing Myron is this Bright Lord. I mean, it makes sense because he did tell me that story once. I'm his bestest friend.
Oh, you're that man. It is a pleasure to have your acquaintance, Master Lance.
Crimtongue, are you familiar with handicap accessible medical devices?
I have a vague knowledge on that terminology.
Like this is Lance's wheelchair. It just happens to be made out of gold.
Ah, I will understand. This is for medical purposes. It must be a blessing, then, to take the appearance of the Bright Lord while healing yourself. Truly, he works in his own ways. Lance, you come to the conclusion this guy is fucking bonkers.
Yeah, no, you don't need to tell Lance that. Like, Lance just looks at him like, he's just Myron. Why? Whatever. Look, I'm here. I was here originally going to pick Myron and Edmund up. Oh no, sorry. Look, my original thing was gonna go pick up both Knight and Steinwick because I know they don't really have, proper identifications and anything. And
you wouldn't know that out of character.
Oh. Well, sorry, my bad.
Yes. So why did
I stopped by here. I stopped by here to make sure that you and Edmund and Myron were going to be okay. Since I work for the police, but seeing Knight and Steinwick, I do recall them shoving off somewhere. I didn't expect them in the market district.
Well, here's the thing. How much do you know about what's going on in the market district?
Well, Lance kind of crosses his arms. There was that police murder that happened, and something over a jewelry store. Kind of set up a lot of people being angry and upset. And well, this lockdown is more like a prosecution job to anyone who's an Animan user or does air quotations accused of being one.
Well,
look, I got the full rundown. Sorry, Edmund, but I already have the full rundown of how prejudiced people are being these days. I was locked up in the fucking jail for a week over there at the Panda District.
Wow, a whole week, Knight says?
Yeah, a whole week. It's not like it was
a goddamn witch hunt.
Pretty much. And unfortunately, I don't want to be. I know I shouldn't be here. Part when I'm, as high, what's going on with the whole shabagle. But I had to at least make sure Byron and Edmund were safe. Please, Knight, tell me you and Steinwick have some kind of pass.
Pass?
Paperwork. identification, anything.
We
Yeah, no, we don't have any of that. We just appeared from. We just appeared from. We appeared here using the powers of a great distance.
Lance kind of like rubs his brow a bit. Fuck. Yeah,
Wait.
look.
Can't you
They're
just
not
do
fucking.
that to leave?
One way ticket.
I
Plus,
figured.
nobody here has great distance anyway.
Exactly. You need the power of
Look,
great distance to send you great distances.
Also, Lance, there's a problem with Myron and I's paperwork. It's forged. I didn't have time to get registered in Gridiron.
like Lance. Then like there's like a sudden realization. Oh fuck! I actually give a shit about the laws now. Man, what the fuck has my life become?
The white orb the cracked white orb in your pocket glows a bit.
Lance takes it out to look at it.
No, it just glows in your hand now.
Edmund's gonna look at Lance. Here is the biggest problem.
When you look at Lance, you see him pop. You see him take out the cracked white fragment orb. This is your first time seeing it. Grimchung goes, "Ooh, that is a rather particular opal orb you have there."
Is it the Cimarillus?
No, clearly not the Cimarillus. If someone were to compare that to the Cimarillus, it would send Myron into a blind rage. It's an insult comparatively.
Well, thank heaven above he didn't hear that then.
No, that was out of character anyway. But yeah, to your question, no, it's not the Cimarillus. But you can see it's a cracked fragment or white orb.
Lance, what happened to the black hole sun? And yes, Edmund knows.
Yeah, you
Well,
there are the events.
Lance kind of shows him. This is the result of my will against all odds. And, well, you're looking at the only thing that could fight back against the black hole sun at this point.
All right.
He kind of puts it away. But it's kind of the reason why well, it doesn't matter right now. What matters right now is that we have to figure out how we can. Lance kind of kind of moves his arms up and down a bit like a robot. How the fuck can we salvage this all? Because we cannot start fighting and brawling. Yeah, I know, ironic that me of all people to saying this, but we literally cannot, and we have to try to work this whole mess into a solution to bring about a better positive message to anima users. And Lance looks around at all the stuff they put into the,
As Lance is like giving his little speech about trying to give a positive image of anima users, Knight saunters over. Listen here, Lance. Of all people in this room who have like next to no reputation, you're the one with the worst.
I noticed that.
And if you haven't noticed, they've already put the noose around our necks. They're just asking us to politely jump now. And I don't know about you, but I'm not going to lay down and die. Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
The
Then
same
what's
thing.
your solution,
The same
Knight?
thing that you would have done too, Lance. Fight, because right now they don't have the spiral net. We don't have any information. We don't have any access to anything. But that means our enemies are just as blind and just as disconnected as us. So
Lance kind of like rubs his brow with. I saw what they have driving into the hill. They have military-grade gear. The same shit they had back in West Band, the mayoral offices. These guys aren't playing around, Knight. Those guns can fucking whip you. You points out at Myron. Him points out at
Myron's not
Grimton.
here. Myron's not in the conversation.
Sorry, points at Edmund. Points at Grimton. And can easily do the same thing to Myron. Everyone I literally am maybe the only me and Steinwick over there are the only two who
Not
survived.
Steinrick.
Steinwick. Me and Steinwick over there are the only two who could resist healthy pellets of gun, gun shed before we can do anything.
They're
What's
that
that gonna
powerful.
come?
Your bright lord has made an appearance. Grimtongue, the music. Just play random on the playlist. I'm a bad
Bitch, I'm a lover. I'm a.
Thank you.
Stop. It did not walk.
No, Myrick keeps playing it. He makes his dramatic entrance all the way over here and goes, "Gentlemen, I have your solution. Don't need to thank me or grovel, but I would appreciate it nonetheless." He smiles.
Oh, hey. That's Myron.
Who is the man in golden? I demand that you remove yourself in your attire. Only I get to wear the DLC colors.
Myron,
Look,
it's Lance's wheelchair.
Oh!
yes. No, not necessarily.
Is that my bestest of friends, Lance McKinley?
Hey, Myron. Can you not go on about the forceful second age again? I'm still trying to
We don't know what
reload the loss of Numeria.
You see the smile in his face kind of like contort a bit, and you hear his voice distort only for Lance. We don't talk about that. So, I have the solution, everyone. You don't need to praise me, but I was thinking, he doesn't palm out the Cimrellus, but with his right hand, he kind of hovers and uses an AP in order to create like wisps from his ring in order to create a fake Cimrellus. With the power of the Cimrellus, I was thinking we can go to one of those checkpoints that they were talking about us to go to. We'll use my natural charisma and the power of the Cimrellus to buy our way through those ruffians. That way, we don't even have to fight. But the worst come to shove, well, we have good fighters, and I don't think anyone in the city can take out Lance McKinley.
Hold on.
Yes.
With that, they're not exactly friendly at the checkpoints. They're very strict.
That's even better, friend Lance. You have to understand. I can be quite convincing. He smirks devilishly with the shadows like whispering around his body.
Lance, you said they had military equipment. Did
That's
you
right.
see anything specific?
I saw a man wearing silver, looking like he was in some kind of harness.
I'm going to look right at Steinrick. Ah, shit.
What's
What's
wrong?
the matter?
Knight would speak up too. What's going on? Yes, do tell, Edmund. Do not hide details from your bright lord.
Do you think there's any correlation between the thing Lance just said and the thing we fought at the Style of Shimps?
I'm sorry, my hand was kind of around a certain female's throat. I did not pay too much attention to what happened with Steinrick. Do recall me, Edmund.
You mean that gunmetal robot, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's monstrosity.
Which means only one thing. The Heroes League has supplied the merchant district with the robots. Because there was only one robot in existence that we knew of, and guess who had it?
Lance kind of looks like kind of stunned. So you're telling me it's likely what you're referring to, however, I admit, is that this is something to do with the spiral. Not likely it's correlation with the Heroes League. But what the hell does the spiral have to do with, why would the spiral intervene like such a way?
Well,
a quick question.
I have... What?
Myron looks over now at Cyrus. You there, large fellow. You fought this gunmetal gentleman, correct?
Yeah, I did.
Tell me, he looks at Lance. Does he look like Lance? Roll roll intelligence and you conjunction if you like.
Okay.
Is there like a bottle of water I could buy?
No, but we can give you Father Falcone's favorite drink.
The Irish coffee
No, thanks.
with a swirl.
Lance, like, no, I am not.
We do have
Doing
bottles.
like-
We do have bottled water to hand out. Just our supplies. We are supplying ourselves for a siege.
I can see that. I just need some, just in case I need my my pals.
He prepares a bottle of water and puts it on the table. Whenever you are ready to gather.
the
And let it be on the house, good friend. And before you need to ask, Lance, of course you are allowed to sleep. Just let him sleep in the basement. He looks over at Grimtongue. Don't make any space for him, though.
Thanks, Myron.
it's important. I'm gonna junction. So let me just.
Hey, yeah, we're in a. You be careful with the junctioning, man. We're in a tight scenario, so we don't know if we're gonna need all the points we can get our hands on.
You know, good point. Let's see how much my intelligence does on its own.
No. Before you roll, you have to. Oh,
Yeah.
you already declared that you're going to roll with your AP, so just roll with it now. Because
Alright.
you can't roll, see the results, and then junction. You have to declare junction. Yeah.
Yeah, that could get broken easily.
Yep. But go ahead, junction, because you already said you were. Don't worry.
And we're all Anima users anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Ooh, very nice. Yeah. So when you look closely at Lance's armor, yeah, no, it looks like a better version than the silver one you fought. The silver one you fought was bulkier. This gold medal version is like it fits perfectly to Lance's figure. It's like there's a difference between streamlined and then like just bulky excessiveness. It looks like Lance. If you were to put the two together, it looks like Lance is the final product.
And I see that unlike yours, Lance, you don't have an ammo or powering it up. Because remember, that's the power source I found when I fought it. Alistair seemed to know more
Wait a
about
minute.
that.
Wait a minute. Edmund, Myron cuts you. They're powered by anima spheres?
From what Alistair told me, yeah. It had a big blue orb in its chest. You can't miss it. I tried to rip it out of the damn thing, but I wasn't able to.
Curious.
Oh, you got me. Lance is kind of like, well, you got me to whip that shit out. I'd be
And-
more than happy to give it a shot.
And Lance, do you have any place on your body that you can see a weakness on yourself like that? A spot for an anima sphere? Can you confirm for us?
Lance kind of looks down at his own chest. Well, I know how to deactivate the suit, but there isn't like an anima spiel that I can think of. Unless there is supposed to be a spiel slot to begin with this thing.
You look around
Look,
on your
I got-
bodysuit. You can take some time to actually look, but as far as you know, the suit generates energy directly from you.
Well, here's the thing, fellas. This suit was... I found this suit off a dead corpse.
Dead corpse,
So-
you say? Wait,
Yeah.
Myron like makes an intelligence check. He's not gonna spend an AP because we need to save all that AP up. He's gonna make an intelligence check. Hopefully he crits. He's a 1d10. Corpse does sound familiar, but we've been through many of different corpses before. Remember, Myron was there during the events of the Travail Beast
Oh,
event, so he
yeah.
saw
You remember,
this.
you remember the golden guy that was on top of the monster, right, Myron?
Oh, that's
You were
where I
there.
remember him. So you took his suit. Wait a minute. Where the hell did you get the suit? Did you get thrown into the black hole sun?
Yes, I got sucked into it because I thought...
Oh, right. Wait. Edmund, Myron doesn't know this.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does? Okay. Right. You fought
Oh,
a very
It was a
peculiarly strong man.
yeah, it was one-sided slaughter, but... Look,
It's
Yeah.
7 o'clock now.
Lance kind of keeps looking to the suit. There might be a slot of something for an anima spiel, like around the chest or the wrist, most likely. I don't think it'll be on the backside.
You'll have to make an intelligence check to try to figure this out.
Oh, okay, what's the passing DC?
16.
Sure, I'll roll the intelligence check.
Yeah, Lance, as soon as you start trying to open so the cool thing about your suit, right, is that when you have the helmet on, it's a 360 full view. So while it looks on the outside full metal, in your helmet you can see everything perfectly. In this heads-up display, you have multiple different monitors and sections of information, and you've only been able to, throughout every moment that you haven't been driving or doing something, been turning off different sensors because the suit picks up everything. Right now, just looking at all four of the people in front of you, you can see their clothing, you can see you can see the possible items and inventory they all have. You see the suit trying to calculate, where each of the person's energy and power energy levels stand based on weight mass ratios. It's doing a whole lot of assumption calculations for you, all in place to get Lance ready for a fight. And you have been meticulously turning off these different sensors because before you even turned off most of them, the suit had been trying to tell you how to move to anticipate literally handshakes so you can snap their wrists and then break their jaw. It took Lance a little while to resist that kind of sensation, but as you're trying to now navigate this sort of sensor, these sort of sensitive settings, you have no fucking clue what you're messing with. And going further is futile.
Yeah, Lance kind of Lance looks back. Yeah, I'm gonna stop before I accidentally turn on the self-destruct or anything like that. Honestly,
I believe that's the best, beloved idea.
I don't want Myron. You don't seem to understand. I need this to move.
I understand. Understandably, you're wheelchair bound. Grimtongue, what are we considering adding a wheelchair accessibility for Lance over here? No, my bright lord, we haven't considered it, and don't consider it yet. We don't need it yet. See, Lance is still walking. He smiles at Lance.
The siren's gone off yet?
Wait, was that Edmund?
Have the sirens gone off yet?
Oh no, the sirens had already gone off before.
Yeah, it's ongoing.
Yeah, it's ongoing.
Guys, I have an idea, but I just need to confirm. That what Lance saw is what we saw, and if we can confirm it, all of us can confirm it, then there's gonna be a certain officer in Travail who's gonna have a very, very good report.
Knight nods his head. That's a good idea. We need to get some sort of photographic evidence. Myron, do you think you have any means of a camera around here or something to help us? I'm not particularly sure, actually. Grimtongue, do we have a camera? We have a Polaroid. Not too good. It'll take a full action to use, and it can only catch things within 20 feet. So, 4 tiles ahead of it. Myron rolls his eyes. Very well, we'll do what we can with it. How many shots do we have? 12. 12 pictures, gentlemen.
We just need a picture of the suit and the gate. We need a picture of the gate, the guards, and the suit.
Oh, I do intend to take more than just those pictures. Myron comes back with the Polaroid and gets a selfie.
Myron.
Hold on.
We need to go.
Hold on. It'll only take a second.
We need to go now.
I want to make it a candid cat picture though. So now it's like Myron's leaning over with like crouching. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Y'all all fucking tall. Cause Cyric's tall as fuck. Knight's tall. So y'all kind of squeeze in, and then Lance is in the back.
Only short.
Yeah, exactly.
Here.
Exactly. You're short too, so you'd be closer to Edmund. No, sorry, to Myron. Like,
Myron is 6 foot tall.
God damn. Well, he'd be tall enough to get the three other tallies in the back too. Damn. And you just see Edmund trying to get in the picture.
Edmund is 5'5".
Fuck, someone's picking up Edmund.
And we'll do it then.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Lift him up bridal style.
Bridal style. Very, very, very nice. And then they take a selfie.
Hello, Andre.
So out of the so I'm gonna take down a set of sticky notes to keep it in track. Okay. Myron's camera. Yeah, I'm listening.
I need when you get the chance, I need Steinrich's profile picture, and I need my profile picture.
Okay. I'll send it to you in just a second. I'm going to call this picture Cobra Humble Beginnings.
Oh, God.
How do you feel about that one, Lance and Cyrich?
Lance kind of looks over. I'm not exactly married to an idea of working with. Look, I'm just trying to stop the apocalypse, Myron.
And I'm trying to provide a safe and good way for anima users not to be persecuted, Lance. I mean, look at the district. Tell me we don't need it. We tell me and look me in the eyes that we don't need Cobra. This is the exact time. And I've been working on a project idea. A helmet. A wonderful helmet idea.
Look, what I understand right now is that we don't need to start mindless violence that's going to bring down anima names.
And Myron rolls his eyes. You keep saying this, but you're also the one who did most of this.
What do you mean, most of this?
As in, you've caused a very bad name for anima users on your own right. Didn't you fist that man in full viewing of everyone in Travail Park?
That's loud.
I already paid for that.
Yeah, but people don't forget easy, Lance.
I know that, Myron. Look, I did my time. I solved my time.
And some might say that was too lenient. Some might say a hand was given to you. Myron looking up at the sky.
Lance just goes in like, hey, I also had to go to a court case with the Crimson Court itself. I didn't get off easy. I fought for my fucking freedom. I showed everyone I changed.
Through killing more people. Fun stuff. Damn it, Game Night.
All right. We gotta go.
Look,
so where are we going then?
Well,
are we doing my
to
checkpoint idea? I love it when people listen to my ideas.
Well, if that doesn't go right, then we need to do something else. However,
well, we all can get into my van.
Lance, we all
Is there candy in your van, Lance?
Yes.
Then it sucks to be you, Lance. You're losing some candy.
Lance looks over. I live in it. Don't touch my things, please.
Don't touch
Lance,
Yes, Esmond.
do you know where the gridiron assembly is?
Lamau, no.
Lamau. Yeah, exactly. Lance's response like, Lamau, no. I'm assuming it's in somewhere in the Gridiron District.
I'll tell you how to get there, but I need to be dropped off in front of their doors as soon as we leave the Merchant District, and you need to go straight to the Travail Police Department. I don't care if you have to take Officer Yamagata out of his sleep. You are to report what is happening here.
It is 8 p.m. My
We
dudes.
gotta go. We gotta go.
I start breakdancing. Do.
Gotta go.
Do.
Everyone in the van.
Do. All right, so everyone goes out onto the streets. Let me go. I'm listening. Oh yeah,
Learn,
make sure
do
you
you
guys
agree?
prepare yourselves. Are there any last minute items you need? Confirm your
Water
relics.
bottle.
Yeah, go grab it. It's on the counter. It's on the counter. Well, right in front of Grimton. Water bottle heals AP for 1/4. It has 4 uses.
I have a
Hold
question.
on. Go ahead.
I can't move my token.
Well, you're not allowed. You just goodbye. That's how I'm telling you, Danny. I'm kicking you out now.
Is there some liquid
Go
I
ahead.
can restore AP real quick, just for a quick refresh? I don't mind paying Grimtongue for the drink.
Yeah, he can offer like a small drink for everybody to get a little bit of their AP back up. It'll take 15 minutes to get you all like drunk up. But do you guys want to wait?
I don't drink.
It's
Give
not
me info.
alcohol. It's like water.
I don't drink.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay.
Don't hydrate now.
Hold on.
Listening.
Lance, what is
Yeah?
this McKinley-sized slushy?
We don't talk about the Kingly size slushy. It was an idea I had.
Edmund's going to pull out the McKinley-sized slushy.
What the
You
fuck
wanna
is the
You want to talk about?
Yeah, wait, what is the McKinley size slushy? What the fuck? Even I don't know. I'm the GM.
It's been in my inventory this entire time. Edmund wanted a slushy, and the guy at the counter said we have a McKinley-sized slushy.
Oh!
And it was a good deal.
You're talking about the convenience store?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lance, you finally see that the convenience store has stolen your likelihood to sell merchandise.
Lance just looks at it like, I'm not making a set up.
Nope.
Lance, it's not just a
Oh.
slushy.
The best thing about the slushy cup is that you haven't even drank any of it yet, right?
No.
No, it's still
It's been in
frozen.
the freezer.
It's still nice and cold. It's like as if it's still in the freezer.
Oh my god.
Is that Chinese witch voodoo bullshit going on?
Lance, this isn't even the only thing. You have an entire section of the store dedicated to yourself.
I'm going to have some choice words. Look at the store. What is it?
I fucked my hip. Fuck, ow. I was laughing and I slapped my hip down the wrong way. Ow. I'm an old person. Alright, if you guys are spending the 15 minutes, everyone regenerates regenerates to their full AP. And it's just canonical, you all take a drink of water.
Why don't you keep when Jonathan found out about Lucy, not Susie Sue. What was it? Lisa being his model. That's the same face Lance is going on his right now, finding out about the school stealing his likeness. That's his face right now.
Damn.
He's like,
So, we're going outside, right? Do.
Yeah, we're all piling into the van.
Lance is kind of like, come on, let's get you all in here.
Hey
I will
guys, look at
force
this.
Steinrich.
I actually have the map ready.
I will actually force Steinrich into the van if he doesn't want to go inside the van.
I am excited to say I actually had this asset ready for you guys.
Nice.
Don't worry, Steinrich. There's protein powder inside the van.
I've been in this van, you know.
There's protein powder somewhere inside of this van.
Let me go grab.
I'm covered.
Because Lance was chugging that shit in high school. Lance
what was
went
that?
through an entire tub of protein powder in 1 week.
That's just some of the husband kidney issues. Holy shit.
That doesn't sound like me. Who's making these lies of me? Says Lance.
Lance, our entire school was scared of you. You were the only person in West Bay that we were scared of when it came to sports.
Wait, we went to the same school together?
Oh, so you guys are leaving the Sauntering Stallion to Grimtown.
I thought we were taking him with us.
So you're
No,
leaving the
no, no,
Sauntering
no.
Stallion alone after booby trapping it. And reinforcing it.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it to Grimtongue. I'm sure nothing bad will help. Grimtongue is
Human.
paperwork up, right? Right?
Yeah, he would have had it on his own time, correct. He would have his own things. Yeah?
And he knows about the traps in the place, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll just tell Grimtongue to leave like 2 days, even after it's bare. Like, wait, can non-anima users stay in the merchant district?
Human non-anima users need to be registered as anima. Need to be registered just like anima users to confirm they're human. Once they are confirmed, it's assumed that they're allowed to just go back into their buildings as is. It's just no one seems to be out at all.
Okay, so we're gonna tell Grimtongue that tomorrow he needs to get verified.
Well, no, he already has his own. He already going out. Yeah, going outside and going to them. Yeah, he'll do that, as instructed by the Bright Lord, by proxy of Edmund. But yes. With that, Lance leads the group out to the street. You guys make your way throughout the cold night over to Lance's truck, the APC, the door knocker. Its turret's currently it's got this they also put horse tie, Lance, on it to prevent the turret from moving around, and a horse tie around the trigger so you can't even pull it. So it's empty, and they disabled it.
Fuck is a horse tie?
Not a horse tie, but like a zip tie.
Zip tie. Yeah, it was the only way I could get in here.
Allow me to break this when we leave.
I believe it's best to just begin piling in the truck, correct? Let's get going.
Yeah, I agree.
Around the block.
I don't like that.
What's our next destination?
Roadblock.
Well, no, before that happens, down the block, a truck begins to come into view.
Oh, come on, everyone, get in.
Inside the truck we go. Run.
So you guys gonna run?
Inside the truck.
Well, I mean, what's gonna happen after all y'all get in the truck?
I guess Lance begins to drive.
Lance is gonna drive. Yeah, Lance is gonna drive.
You guys are willingly running.
Well, we're gonna go to the checkpoint.
Well, no. What's gonna happen is Lance tells everyone to hide in the back. So Lance is the only one sitting in the front.
The APC is not that big to be able to hide everyone in the back like that, but as much as you can, yes.
Yeah, I figured mine would put some crazy magic that allows them to become near invisible.
I do have my powers, correct?
Alright then, this can work. They saw only me driving this, so
They saw all of us run from the sidewalk onto the car, into the truck, I believe.
We don't talk about that.
Technically, they're not on the side. Technically, they're driving on the sidewalk, but they wouldn't be, as I'd have them closer, but I need a shadow area to put tokens and all. Anyway, the truck pulls up to a stop, more closely to you over here on your side. The driver reveals himself to be no, not him.
General Yorick? Is
No,
that you?
Well, great guess, but no. I'll give you 500 for calling it as a Warhammer 40k reference, though. This armed man speaks from the window. You in the van, in the armored van. State your name and business.
Fuck my cock.
Lance kind of leans over the side. Lance McKinley, Squad 0, part of Travail Police Department. I'm currently doing an investigation. I got okay to come in here. You know my paperwork and everything. You need it?
He speaks inaudibly towards someone you can't see in the side seat. The man leans back over. You're ordered to get out of the truck, the APC, and turn it off. Do you have anyone with you? Any weapons on you?
Other than my, Lance looks down, my wheelchair? Kind of like looks at his suit. No, I'm all alone. And Lance complies by turning off his truck.
Yep. Get out of the truck.
Does so. Looks
Well-
like his hands up, like, hey, relax.
You can move your token.
Probably. Oh, give me a
Yeah,
second.
move on to the sidewalk. Several men disembark from the back of the truck in the same typical gear. And they make their way around you, Lance. On the ground.
Oh, whoa, 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 take it easy. Lance gets slowly on the ground. I'm not harming anyone. I'm walking with you.
Present your paperworks. And make
I
it quick.
just... Yeah.
Lance produces the paperwork and passes it over to one of the guardsmen, the armored men, one of the police officers of the Hammer District. He then, in turn, passes it back over towards their commanding officer, a man who's wearing a crowned tricorn hat, puffed up shoulders, the same gas mask situation that most of the other officers are wearing too, and he carries an ominous sword on his hip. Lance
sure it's not a
McKinley.
shot?
That's your name.
Yes. On Squad Zero. I think you may have heard of me. I'm the guy who's
Heard of
responsible
you.
for taking out that
No,
guy.
Lance. Heard of you would be an understatement. He walks over to where, a better position to see him. Lance, I know you.
Oh. In a good way or a bad way?
Gambino Bank.
Come again? Say that again?
Gambino Bank.
Gambino Bank. Oh, yeah! Well, I stopped the robbery from them way back when. I did also... Wait, hold
Man's
on.
like, oh no!
Lance like, wait, hold on. That sword! That gas mask! Wait a minute! Gets up on his knees, gets up on his feet. Are you that tail guy I fought back in the Crimson Court?
What? No,
The tail guy! Yeah, you had a tail for a head. I recall. You got that weird looking sword.
I will not stand your insolence. Let's knock some sense into him for us. And one of the men pulls up his rifle and bunts you in the back of the head.
Ow!
Yeah, it doesn't actually hurt you. You actually notice it doesn't hurt you. They're not. You realize they're not strong enough to hurt you, Lance. But as soon as you're hit, your suit sets itself up for battle defense form, and you begin to drain AP per turn now.
No. Stop,
can't deactivate it.
Stop.
Wait, what's going on?
My suit is activating.
He got
Oh, I know.
bunted on the head for being a dumbass, and then the suit's activating itself as in battle defense form.
Oh no.
You now gain +3 to your accuracy when attacking, +3 to damage, and +3 to when trying to a quote dodge. Dodge just means that you get a +3 to your initiative for the suit being on. And the suit will continue to drain your AP 1 per turn and 1 per AP, 1 per decision you make.
Oh man, this thing's gonna drain me like a fucking.
That's the point.
Lance like, hey, so sorry about that. Didn't mean to get you upset and waffled, man. But
What are you wearing? No, I'm sorry. What are you wearing?
like I said, this is a handicap suit for me. I'm technically unable to move without this thing on me.
That would be preferred. Remove the suit.
Remove the
You're not gonna take it from me, are you? I really needed to move. Otherwise, I can't get back into my my van and, remove myself from the premise.
We'll have a place to store you, Lance McKinley. Don't you worry. Remove the suit.
Wait, hold on. I'm a registered anima user. I already gave you my paperwork.
He stuffs the paperwork in his chest pocket. Correct. You did. Now, remove the suit. Knight, Seinrich. So sorry, Knight, Seinrich, and Myron and Edmund could all hear this conversation in the back of the truck. Because the truck is facing forward. Right, hold on, I'll fix the token so it makes it easier for us to visualize.
Lance kind of like...
Hold on. Let the other players do some role playing for a bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Seinrich, Edmund, how do you guys feel? You guys can hear this conversation from the back of the truck.
I'm just biting his lip, trying to stay silent.
Knight looks over at Myron. You said you can go invisible, right? Yes, I can. Do you think you can go invisible behind that guy? Ooh, it's a delightfully devilish idea. They are preoccupied with Lance. And what about you, Mr. Knight? Knight looks over at the truck. Edmund, you want to help me take the truck down? We're not going to let Lance get caught like that. He just needs to buy us a little bit more time.
Fine, but no killing.
Knight rolls his eyes. God, it's like a broken record with all of you. Fine, I'll try not to kill them. I'll destroy the truck's engine with my anima. I just need you to pin them down or do some damage onto the truck so they don't get any ideas to want to fight back. If you want to intimidate them, let's just destroy as much as we can before they get a chance to retaliate.
Oh, that could be arranged.
Great. It's Siren. You want to rush outside when Lance needs it the most? If Lance takes down that suit of his, Knight looks at Cynric, you rush out and help Lance. Lance is basically defenseless without it. We all know it.
Or I have another option. We can yell at Lance to get back in the damn car.
With him being surrounded, I don't think they're going to give the chance without pulling the trigger. All the men around them are pointing their rifles at Lance. I don't think he's going to have a good chance of getting out without getting shot. I mean, he may not even be hurt, but this is also a great chance for us to just, take out some of these guys. And Myron speaks up as he's, slipping into, the anima space using 1 AP. If you remember correctly, I can slip into shadows. Don't worry, I have a really, really nice idea for this man right here.
Can we steal the items if we end up fighting them?
I'm gonna use this Myron. Sorry, I'm gonna use this. Oh, it's not a token. Shit. But yeah, Myron. This is Myron's face as he's going to go invisible.
Silent Myron.
Yep. The smug Myron. So Myron's technically invisible right now, but he slipped out of the truck and he's using 1 AP to get out. They're using 1 AP to be invisible.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. It's gonna come back and haunt us.
Wait, so what's happening now?
Right now, Lance, they're still ordering you to take out the suit. Everyone's kind of got their choice in what they're gonna do next if something happens.
Well, as they're all pondering, I'm going to have Lance take a step forward. Look, I seriously mean it. I need the suit to move.
They hold you back in spot. Hold on.
Hey, I'm complying as much as I can. Without this thing, I am literally without legs and an arm.
And that is ideal for us. You don't understand. We do not want to deal with you anima users.
How about you deal with these nuts?
You want to say that in character, out character?
I'm saying that in character.
Who said that? He looks around. Knight glares at Edmund. The fuck are you doing? The guy makes the sergeant man makes a dexterity check.
Lance cut up. I want to
I'm
make Lance
underneath
do like.
Whoa! Oh! Go ahead, Lance.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Damn.
I was going to state that Lance was going to like throw a disadvantage at him by literally like saying, "Oh, that would have been my anima talking out loud." You see, it has a mind of its own. It's called
Yeah, but
crazy
that's the
talk.
problem. As you give your crazy as you give your crazy talk. Fuck you, Danny. As you try to use crazy talk, it doesn't work because he heard with his dexterity check where the sound came from, and he's confirmed that it's in the back of the truck. APC.
Ah,
Perfect.
Get
Edmund's
on
ready
the
in
ground,
action.
Lance McKinley, or we will fire. You lied. We're going to now take anyone from the back of the van and arrest them as well for.
All right. Hold on. Before we do.
whoa! Before we do anything foolish like that,
Lance, hold on. I want to see my lover Lance just one more time. Let me hug him one more time before we go.
The fuck are you?
the
Let's go
fuck?
along
Make a
with
charisma
Lance.
check.
I'm gonna junction for it too. Please tell
So,
me.
are you
Myron
coming out of
has
the
not-
truck?
I'm not coming out of the truck. I want Lance to get in the truck.
Oh no, they will not. There is no level of like check to pass that. You don't have a high enough, even with a junction.
Is Myron still in the truck?
Myron stepped out of the truck. He's invisible. He's the invisible man.
Lance looks. Look, like I said before.
Who else
this
is in the
part of an
truck?
on-
Lance, stop your bullshit.
Hold on.
My
Fucking-
bullshit.
Hold on. I'm rolling the
You're
charisma.
prejudicing on me.
Wait, you
I'm
can't.
rolling
Wait,
the
hold on. What are you rolling for? Because there is no charisma to stop them from wanting to arrest Lance. He's an anima user. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I'm readying in action.
Yeah.
Can I ready in action?
Of course you can. Yeah. What do you want ready for?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna blast a motherfucker who opens the door, but I'm gonna make him open the door first.
Ah, I see. As you ready yourself to, like, pulling your revolver, Knight looks at Edmund with a glare. Why the fuck did you speak out so loud? Cynric, help out Edmund. I'm gonna still focus on the truck and the right of us. I think I can handle it alone.
Let them open the door.
Like I've been complying properly and fairly with you. I
Let's
don't
take
think
off the
you should
damn
be
suit,
prosecuting me the
lads.
way you are.
One,
You know what? You fucking asked for this, Lance.
four,
Lance will gets on like one knee and bullet shoulder tackle into the man in front of him.
As you bullet charge tackle, right? As you get ready for that tackle, those four guys make a reaction, and we're all gonna roll for initiative. But before we actually start combat, you'll take the first turn doing a special turn for that bull rush tackle. I just want to canonically speak that Myron makes his way over to the sergeant guy, and as he's reaching over, Lance does the bull charge.
Oh, well,
You can't
see
see.
him.
Yeah, you can't see him. He's in the anima realm. Anyway, Lance, make your dexterity speed check real quick.
Lance, you gotta. Also, do I get a +3 because of my suit?
Not 2 checks, no. Only to attacking and to defending, which is like +3 to initiative. You're rolling for initiative right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a +3 to your initiative.
So speed and dexterity, right?
Yep, speed dex.
Damn.
Yeah, damn near perfect. That's a 6. That's a 19.
+3. That's.
No, that's a 19. That's concluding everything. 16 + 3 is 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm giving you the final results. Yeah, so now each of these guys are going to spend their reaction to try to grab you as you move past them, to try to tackle the sergeant himself. Okay. Non-anima users are probably just going to fail at this, but they're going to roll for their dexterity. Okay, so those two failed. Oof, damn, two fucking 9s. If it was just 110, they would have beat you. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Ah.
Like, you know what? You know what?
Damn,
you know
he's
what's
so
back in my head
fast.
right now?
He moves like a flash.
Like what was like I Shield 21.
Oh, Ice Shield Genuinewitch.
Yeah, so like you hear like the big survival as Lance takes this guy into his shoulder.
So at this point now you have to roll for accuracy to hit him. So go ahead, roll for your strength and dexterity. No, sorry, no, strength and power. No. You're tackling. So it's still going to be strength, and I'd say range.
While he's doing that, I got a question. If Steinrich opens the back door for me, can I shoot this fucker?
14. Yes, you can shoot everybody. Everyone's in your range. You rolled a 13, which normally would be a miss, but because you have the +3, the suit enhancing your abilities to go take you from a 13 to a 16, you pass. You successfully tackle this man down.
What do I need to roll to put him in a headlock?
You'll need to do that on the top of your turn, which you take initiative. But you push him another feet down, and he takes your power roll and damage +3.
Damn.
That's 11 then.
That's
No, roll a power roll
14.
again.
Oh.
Oh, power. You mean my strength? You mean?
Yeah, strength. Sorry, yeah. Yeah.
As God is my witness, Lance broke that man in half.
My God is my witness. Myron just like reaches his hand out. What the fuck, Lance? What the fuck? Sorry. So this guy takes 12 damage.
He's dead.
Lance,
He's
yeah, Lance, you could feel that this man's built like a rock. He probably felt little of that.
Yeah, I figured. But that's not the point.
All right.
Brick shit house.
Lance rolled a 19. Steinrich, Edmund, you guys will roll for initiatives as well. So Lance rolled a 19. Edmund, and we have Steinrich, as well as Knight.
Dex and speed, right?
Dex and speed, correct. I see a bad moon rising. I see. That's an 11. Nice, Edmund. Don't go out tonight. It's bound to be your life. Wow, look at that 10.
All right, Steinrich.
Yo, Steinrich out here like bashing heads. Now that's my job. Oh wait, sorry, Dance. Punishing evildoers. Now that's my job.
Is my shit? Where am I on the?
You're in the truck. Specifically, you're in the back of the truck, where you belong.
So if Steinrich was to open the back door,
Hey.
I can use the action to.
Yeah, you can shoot. You can shoot everyone, dude. You have access to everything. You have access to everyone there.
Steinrich, if you could be a dear.
D6. Sorry, 1 second. Knight rolls D6 and a D10. Yeah, so he rolled a 10. Not bad. And we have General. We have the squad leader, dude. And then yeah, I think that's fair. All right, we have everything set. Go ahead. The person starting person starting everything is going to be Lance.
Oh, you might want to change my name on the screen because I'm not playing as Alistair at the moment.
Sure, I can do that.
Oh, I'm coming up as a diet right. Hold on, I need to change that real quick.
I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble clouds and
Edmund doesn't exist anymore. It's just a diet, right?
It's just, is your name just Seinrich?
You see it on my sheet. I'll type it up for you.
Don't go back to
Rick M. Gunvald.
how to be your life. Where'd you place it?
Oh, on Sparrow City, General Discord.
Ah, our archive. I like the Andre the Giant shit. God damn it, Evie.
What'd I do?
The Andre the Giant meme. I like that.
I had to leave and rejoin because I didn't know if it would update
It did.
the profile.
Yeah,
picture.
it does do.
Yeah,
It's an automatic sort of thing.
Is for the past almost 2.5 hours, I have been at diet right.
I didn't mind just because I was like, well, I mean, it didn't seem to. Yeah, it didn't seem to like knock your performance down.
Edmund's true Formosa Canister this whole time.
Damn it! I
Hold
rolled
on.
such a cool AP3 too.
Sandrick, if you could be a dear when you get the chance and open the door for me.
Yeah, Cyrus goes before Edmund, so yeah, he can do that. And right now we're looking at Lance for the start of the turn, who is at 19 AC. Sorry, 19 initiative.
19 AC, holy shit.
Well, 19 AC is like, because your initiative's also your AC, it fluctuates each turn. The only ones who don't are the NPCs.
Punches lights out!
Oh, I forgot to roll for Myron. Wow, Jesus Christ. Even if he's not here, I forget to add Myron. I'm sorry, Myron.
I gotta feel
Somewhere
bad
out
for
there,
him.
I can heal him, like...
You guys think I'm doing a good job with this character so far?
I think so.
I mean, I hear no complaints from anyone else.
2d6s, okay. Yeah, he rolled the 10. Holy shit. Okay, him and Knight go at the same time. Alright, dope. So essentially think of those two as the last.
He'll be the last in line.
Lance, what do you...
Last time. Oh, Lance looks, well, I was gonna say, like, Lance is going to spend a decision to put this guy in the headlock.
Spend an AP?
Yeah. Fuck. This thing's gonna bleed me dry.
Alright, then make a strength and power check, and you're adding a +3.
Yeah, I'm down to a 9. Power, strength.
That's not high enough. He
11.
dodges it. Stay back, you animal filth!
Can I do it again?
For another AP.
Give him the old dick twist.
Do the old dick twist him.
What would realistically? What would happen?
Well, this is. Ooh, never mind. I was going to put my foot in my mouth.
Realistically, if Lance was to give him a dick twist, what would happen?
He'd cry in pain. He'd be at
So
the
it's-
opera tonight.
So like, yeah, like, you recall when Chuck Norris took when Indiana Jones took a kick to the balls from Chuck Norris? Think that.
So
With a
Lance,
handshake.
what happens first is that you reach out your right hand to try to grab him. He definitely jumps backwards and tries to dodge you. But he doesn't realize how much faster your suit is compared to his reflexes. As when you reach forward the first time, you immediately crouch yourself and push your whole body forward to do another forward tackle, like spearing him. You manage to bring him down to the ground, where you then put him into the headlock you want to keep him in.
And Lance has him in a headlock. He looks at all the other soldiers. Any one of you fuckers do anything, and I'll rip his head off. That's me. All your guns on the ground.
Don't listen to the animal user.
Look at this video or your captain dies.
Can I say something on top of this?
Again,
Can I add like a charisma?
well, no. On your turn, yeah, you can. Not at the current moment. And the other guards, but the policemen are all looking at each other as the guys being the squad captain's like, don't listen to him, arrest him.
You can clearly hear bones like underneath Lance's arm. I mean it. Put down the guns, or else he dies. Like he said, I'm the assistant in these. Do it.
Well, you don't have enough decisions to try to make a charisma check, Danny. So you're just yelling
Yeah.
at them at roleplay. So right now, you can't. They won't do anything. They're just looking at you and they're listening to their squad captain's command of arresting you. Siren, you're next up.
All right. He can't do anything else but open the door.
Yeah. In comes the Siren train.
Time for the Magnus Maverick himself to make his debut.
Weighing in around 220 himself. Wait, don't I actually know your weight? Hold on.
How much does this hunk of a man weigh?
That's why. Wait, hold on. Let me see the character sheet. Weighing in 305 pounds.
Oh my
Cynric flings open the door. Guess something to say, Cynric?
It's time for the Magnus Maverick to make his debut.
Crunches his fists together and charges up his anima power. Like his tattoos charge up around him.
I'm not
Oh,
going to use the... Yeah?
It's fucking Steinrich. I've been saying Steinrich this entire time like he's some German.
You've been saying it's not Steinrich, it's Cynric.
Yeah, sign Rick.
Yep. But yeah, you're not using your anima powers, but your tattoos just react is all. Roleplay.
Okay.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
I want to tackle this guy and knock him into this guy.
Okay. Let me get your tattoo. Where the fuck did I put it? Did I leave it at the bar? I probably left it at the bar. That's what I do. I leave things at the bar a lot.
Now we haven't even left the bar. That's the sad part. We're just across the street from it.
What is Steinrich's BMI?
Body mass index.
How much percentage body fat does this man have? I have to know.
I didn't think that far.
Well, he's 305 pounds, so it's like I would say 70 to 1.
No. Like more like he has his body is like 5% body. This man is all muscle.
Yeah, he's way more muscle than fat, I would believe, right? Alistair? No, sorry, right? Cynric?
Yeah, there's definitely some fat in there because we have like almost no body fat. It looks kind of like those one of those bodybuilders you see, but and that's not his sort of build.
Yeah, so he has a little heft on him.
My God.
Yeah, he's an absolute chonker. So the tattoos on his body are glowing as he rushes over to take a surprise advantage at the men who see the door swing open turn to face over. Like two of the guys over here turn to face over, but they don't have their reactions because they already spent it on Lance. So they only turn to face Cynric, seeing him come out the back of the APC. Cynric's big enough to also be blocking the line of view for both Knight and what's it called? Edmund. As Knight is at the front of the truck, who's going to be using his anima powers on his turn. Cynric, go ahead and make a power and yeah, you can use a power check and then you can junction if you like.
See, where are you?
Do you want to do the role? Do you want to do that flavor thing that we talked about, or not now?
Not now.
Okay.
See. Power, here we are.
1d7.
Let me see. No, that should be an A. Hold on, let me fix that.
Sorry, not power. Strength is your D12.
Oh, I
Yeah.
clicked on the wrong thing. Oops.
No worries. Yeah, 7. I'd say you have advantage by when you open that door. So go ahead and give it a reroll.
Okay, let me just.
Oh, the D12. Yep. Yeah. So a 7 is unfortunately not enough to do a tackle, but you would place yourself outside of the truck. Lance, you would hear behind you. What's it called? Cyric make his appearance. No, you would see Cyric since you're holding him in a headlock. Since we're kind of pushed up
Oh,
like this now, where you guys swap
right.
places.
I was really hoping you wouldn't do that.
Well, I was hoping, out of character, I was hoping Edmund kept his mouth shut, but here we are.
We needed a distraction.
You have one more decision to choose for to make Cyric, or you can end your turn. You can also spend your AP if you wish.
Hmm. I wonder, can I taunt them and I lower their stats?
This isn't the fighting arena. You can't taunt these guys here. You can taunt them to make them focus you instead of Lance.
You know, sure.
I was gonna say, like, it's better if like you try to like tell them like, hey, what? Because you heard what Lance was saying. You could just simply tell them like, hey, Lance is not joking. He will do what he's threatening.
Follow up on Lance's threat.
You first?
No, go ahead. You could follow up on Lance's threat, or you can make your own decision and do as you wish.
Can I use my charisma to help with Lance's threat?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. Look, we tried to play this peacefully, but you forced our hand. Do not make it any worse than it has to be. We don't want to hurt anybody, but we will if we have to protect ourselves.
Go ahead, make a charisma check.
Oh yeah, since this is the first time the clone I'm using is kicking in, like the first time it's been in use. Let me just reread what it does.
I'm sorry?
I'm rereading the clone that I bought that for charisma boosting.
Oh, yeah. No, it allows you a reroll.
Yeah, it's a +2 to charisma check and a reroll.
Yep. So you're adding a +2 because of the cologne. And a reroll.
You know, just for safety, I'm gonna junction this one.
Alright, go ahead and junction, and we're going to do 2 rolls. So first roll, we'll see with your charisma, and then your chosen stat, and then another charisma, and then your chosen stat again. So a 3.
And as for my junction, I'll use defense to make it look as rock hard as possible. Raising.
Yes, phrasing. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. With the cologne, you don't need a reroll because 13 would be enough to convince the 4 guards around you that to have their morale falter further. So their morale is at half, like at 50-50. Another charisma check could push them to want to flee because now they're considering the idea they don't want their captain to get hurt. At the same time, they overpower you guys, and they still think they have a chance. Otherwise, now it's Sergeant Guy's turn.
You mean the choose to reroll?
Huh? No, you don't need to. You passed.
Okay.
Yeah, if you needed to reroll, we would have had it, but no, you passed with the +2.
Oh, I get what you mean. You say if I do it again, they could flee. Okay.
No, you don't need to do it again because you already passed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the +2 modifier helped you, and that was all you needed. If you needed to reroll again, we would have done it if you failed, but you passed. and you
Okay.
made their morale 50-50. So they're considering fleeing in the sake of their captain's life. But they won't right now. Another charisma check can make them rout. Could make them rout. Other than that, the squad captain's turn goes. He loses one decision because Lance is grappling with him. And he spends his last decision, well, he spends that one decision he loses being grappled, just like all the other players. He spends that decision he loses in order to try to break grapple with Lance. Though a 19 is pretty fucking impossible for a non-anima user. Yeah, color me fucking impressed. A 6 isn't high enough. As he, like, you can feel him, Lance, struggling desperately to fight through you. Get off me!
Just tell them to back off.
I'd rather die, scum.
That could be arranged.
He spends his other decision to pull out his blade, his side sword. It's a little too long for him to be using and grappled, so he'll take a -3 to swing at you. Including the already really high AC you have. He doesn't swing at you this turn, but you manage to see that he pulls out a blade on you.
Come on.
Something about the blade is something familiar you've seen before, though.
I swear I've seen that sword before.
Not the sword particularly, but it's like you fought a sword like it before.
Well, I did make reference to this guy before.
Who?
The guy with the shell for a head.
Yeah,
Way
no,
back
but
in
not
the-
that sword. No. It's more like the outlaw sword, the ex-law swords.
Wait, hold on.
They're not. It's not a baton sword, but it has the electricity going across it, like the same technology.
Oh. Yeah, no, that would make a lot. Well, Lance is like kind of like putting the dots together. Oh, yeah. So you're the reason why the X-Laws had those baton swords.
What?
The electricity on your sword. That shit can disrupt anima users.
Yes, it's technology we've developed for anti-anima personnel.
Why were you selling it to the X-Laws? Why did you give it to the X-Laws then?
How about you eat shit?
Yeah, you're making this.
Other than that, going down from Cynric now, and then the squad leader captain, each of the policemen take their turn. Policeman A, B, C, and D. A and B, right next to Cynric, both pull out their rifles and aim at Cynric and take fire, spending their only decision just to shoot Cynric. On the ground, anima user! And they just fire at you instead of like waiting for you to comply.
Wow. How considerate.
7, 9 does not hit. 12, 14 does. And this gun only manages to, it's an assault rifle, sorry. It deals 8 damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but Cynic's defenses are higher than that.
Yeah, it's 12, isn't it?
It's a 10.
You feel the bullets cascade across your body. Tink, 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 tink. They are not kidding around. Policeman D moves up to a squad captain and lends a chance. What's it called? A chance for him to break out by trying to. No, he's just gonna lend an assistance the next time this guy tries to break out. Because he can't do anything with Lance's 19 fucking initiative. Nothing is letting that man go. It is an iron grip until Lance rolls lower. This guy moves behind towards Lance and takes the opportunity to fire at Lance. Wait, he can't fire at Lance. Shit. He risks to hit Lance or his bodyguard friend, or his squad captain. So He also gives Lance. Now he gives. So the first police officer gives an advantage to the squad captain to break out of the grapple. The second police officer who comes in tries to gives Lance a disadvantage to keep grappling. Is that clear?
Please, Lance looks over. You little shit.
Let go of the squad captain.
Put down your gun.
Otherwise,
This kind of.
huh?
I'm surprised. Lance is not. By the way, Lance is trying to choke him. Like in the the chokehold. He's trying to also make him pass out.
Yeah, but the guy's resisting you. He would pass out in 3 turns. I'll tell you, like, we're in turn 1 of 3, so the next turn is turn 2 of 3, and the final turn 3 of 3. Okay?
Gotcha.
Otherwise, all the police officers have went. Edmund, you're next.
Now,
I'm listening.
I'll have everyone know, officers included, if you can hear me, that I have a clear line of fire on everyone here. My anima's name is American Idiot, which means I don't have to aim. I have a shot on every single one of your heads. I suggest you follow Lance's orders and leave.
Make the charisma check. You can only. Hold on. How far is your range?
My range?
Mm-hmm.
With my revolver?
No, anima.
Anima, 36.
Okay, yeah, no, then you are in perfect range for all of the people around.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna junction with range too.
Okay, so go ahead and make a charisma check and a range check.
Yep.
And you're spending 1 decision.
Yep.
Ooh, 9.
What is the range? It's accuracy, right?
No,
No,
range is just your stat dice. Let me go over to Steiner. No, sorry, your character sheet, Edmund.
Oh no, I can't junction with range, can I?
You can.
No, you can.
Oh.
Yeah, you just still use the dice as normal. Hold on, your range stat. What the fuck is Dust and Ashes? Dust and Ashes. Your range stat's a D12. So yeah, just roll the D12. $18. Yeah, no, that you don't need to you don't need to do anything extra. Yeah, the morale is fading as Lance is clearly not going to let go. The officers who are currently engaged in things, though, can't just simply drop their activities. Though, as soon as they can, they will attempt to leave. So, what's it called? Syra can choose to keep those police officers in combat with him on his turn, the next turn, or if not, when it comes to the police officers, if Syra rolls low, then they can, just walk away from Syra, and Syra can choose to use a reaction or not. However, so these 2 officers, A and B, are going to be attempting to flee. C and D are trying to get their captain to flee with them. You have 1 more decision and a movement choice, Edmund.
Is this man in my way?
No. Technically, not. Like, if you want to get out of the truck?
No. Aiming wise.
No,
who's
you
in
have a
my
beat
way?
on everybody.
Well,
Got them in your sights.
time to make true on my promise. I'm gonna straight up make him think that it's my anima doing this.
Who are you
My
firing
gun
at?
is an anima. Oh, I'm gonna make a big risk. I'm gonna fire to the one directly to the right of the character or the captain. Yeah, that man.
That guy.
I thought. Hold on. Show to players. The Spurs, like jingle, jangle, jingle.
Jingle, jingle.
The Spurs, no, they jingle, jangle, jingle.
And I'm shooting him with fragile bullets.
Oh yes.
Ready?
So very fast.
So, as you lock the hammer, who are you pointing at?
The man to the right of. Yeah,
A straight line.
straight line.
Are you junctioning to fire? No, you don't. You can't junction to fire better. with relics.
No, just
Yeah.
just straight revolver.
Ready to go?
Yep, ready to go.
Go ahead. Whoa, that hits. And first roll the first roll the first D10 of damage. The 2D10. This is just flat damage from the revolver dealing its bullet. So imagine, if you will, audience, pristine, ornate glassed Prince Albert pistol round going through the air. It's designed specifically when it hits on impact to shatter onto itself and then let the shrapnel from the portions behind the bullet's trail break off into more pieces. This fragile bullet, fired from the lucky legendary relic, deals 2d10 damage, and then roll another 2d10 for the bleed damage it causes from the shrapnel alone.
Jesus, that's a lot of bleed.
I almost did 2d20.
Yeah, 13 damage. Yeah, it's a lot of bleed. Okay, so bleed works just as it does in most of the roguelikes we end up playing on the stream, but just to clarify and make sure we all follow the same ruling, bleed works like a damage over time. You will deal damage over time each turn at the beginning of the enemy's turn, and they'll take it as full HP damage. And then half of that bleed then tokens disappear. There are perks or different ways to improve bleed so you don't lose half of the charges per turn, but right now it's half charges lost per turn. Are we clear?
So if they have bleed of 13, will they lose 13 HP next turn?
Correct.
Damn.
And then it will go down to
7.
Are we rounding up or down?
Down.
So then it'll go to 7, then 3, then 1.
If it's below, if it's below the 5, it considers removed. Just because it's like, unless it gets reapplied, you know. We'll remember it till the 1, and then and all that. But right now he has 13 bleed tokens on him. Each of these guys are equipped with riot shields, so that 15 blew a hole through the riot shield, and 13 deals the bleeding damage across the body. So I'm gonna put a token that removes his shield. Well, there's a better token for that. I'm listening.
Do you all believe me now, or do I have to make another example out of any one of you? That's just
Captain, they fired at me with some sort of revolver! God, shoot! Back! Oh, get off me, you piece of shit! Is the captain talking to Lance?
I'll shoot the captain next.
We can end this easily if you just surrender. None of us want to haunt you.
Okay.
Just teleport.
Myron's turn or Knight's turn. Who do you guys want to go first?
Let's go with Myron, because Myron's literally right next to me and
hello
the captain.
then. So Myron, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Myron in the anima space can see Cyric's tattoos the most. He can see when he looks over at Edmund, he can see dust and ashes over his shoulders, keeping an eye on its anima user, master. He can look at Lance and see God's rockabye, hovering over his right hand only, where he's holding
Left hand.
Left hand. Yeah, around his left hand, where he's holding the vice, his arm like a vice bar across the man's throat. Myron slips his hand into his pocket and pulls out the Cymrellus. Ah, my good friend. Whenever you come onto stage, someone has to die. Oops. Myron pulls out the Cymrellus and then uses, I believe it's his AP2. Let me make sure I get that correct. Yeah. So he spends his 2 AP, and let me mark that down. So he spent 1 AP to move around, another AP, 18, now he's down to 18. He's down to 16 AP. No, that's his max. His current is 16. Let me read off Nightfall when he does this. I renounce the blessed realm to bend the city of spirals, and bend the wills of man. In the place of the dark spiral, you shall have light undiminished. All shall adore me in despair. And his right hand glows, using the Somrillas to help him assist his domination. As he rolls to dominate, he rolls, what was his anima again?
Nightfall.
Nightfall is assassin, isn't it? Or is he a mage?
He's a mage.
Gotcha. So that means an intelligence, and he's rolling for his range. Where is the maiden? There you go, Myron. Oh, there you are. 10 and 12. Yeah, 10 and 12. Okay, great. Adding the ability for a reroll for the Somrillas, which is basically what I'm trying to ad-lib, is that he's using the Somrillas as a reroller. So he rolls a 10 for intelligence, and he rolls a 12 for range. Wow! 15. That is literally just enough to dominate. The man screeches out as a golden light starts to take over him.
What the hell?
Myron steps out of anima space, revealing himself because he can't keep invisibility. But you see his hand over the man's head. You shall renounce yourself only to the Bright Lord. Myron then spends his last decision to give the squad commander a decision, and forces him. Everyone, listen to the Bright Lord. He knows things. He is right.
Les looks mortified at what he's witnessing before him.
Edmund just shrugs.
Cyrus, how do you feel?
He's holding these two guys next to him.
No, he's holding the Somrillas in one hand. Hold on. Shit, I didn't mean to remove Smug Myron.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he just lost because they nearly fell off because he's just gazing in surprise. He's like, "That's what he wants me to find."
Yes, this. He wouldn't say anything else, but he just use it in order to help him actually manipulate the squad captain, who then commands the squads to leave, which they are now going to be doing everything they can to flee without him.
I want to look over at Knight while he's doing this and just point.
Huh?
I'm going to look over to Knight and just throw my hands up as if to say, this is what I've tried to do this entire time.
Knight doesn't pay attention. He's got his eyes set on a truck.
Knight can suck this dick.
You know, don't offer.
You know, while the cap is dominated, can I take that katana from him? That anti-anima katana?
On your next turn, you can try, yeah.
Interesting.
So, Knight goes, yeah, fuck this truck, he says in particular, and summons his anima. Hey yo, fuck this truck.
Fuck this truck.
The mouth, fuck this truck.
Fuck your truck.
fucketh thy trucketh.
Fuck nuts,
Yo,
big
couch.
truck nuts.
Instead of fuck your couch, it's fuck this truck.
Essentially. He summons his anima, because he can actually. Yeah, he can summon to the front of the truck. And then he rolls his anima to deal to attack the truck. Because the truck is parked, he's not going to miss. He just rolls for damage. Knight is a... I believe I made Knight an assassin. I don't know. Where the fuck are your stats? It's not night, it's day and night. And... Sun... No, magician. That's what he is. Yeah, so, his anima is a magician, so he's attacking with using his anima 1 of power. Summoned with the AP 1, and he's going to use it just to attack. Straight up just slam his anima right into the fucking front of that truck as many times as it needs to break it. And I believe he has a 12 on both stats, so... Clunk.
Damn.
15 damage. The truck has a lot of defense, but it's a non-anima user, so it takes double damage. The truck's broken, but it's not destroyed, and it can still drive. He spends another AP to try to break it.
No, he turned around a bit. If he only just turned around a bit, he would see what's going on.
Yeah, no, he's not carrying. 8, 16. 8 times 2 is not 16. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, 8 times 2 is 16.
And he would spend 1 more AP to try to rough that tank up, the truck up, because he is not destroying it. That's not 18 times 2 is
36.
Yeah, that would put the truck out of commission, as the front of it would finally cave in enough and break the engine.
Hope he rates the truck, see anything good inside.
What the fuck is your anima?
Knight. He summons an apparition, like a punch ghost, with range.
Oh.
Is
So
that
you're like
heartless
Lance
as the
with
image?
range.
I'm sorry?
Was that heartless as his anima you're using for the image?
It's close. You're very close. Not a heartless.
Unversed.
Let me see. Where is the... Oh! Hungarian!
No, actually, he says, "Come, Guardian."
Oh, come Guardian.
Yeah,
I always
right?
say Hungarian.
Yeah, I know, right? We used to say it. I realized that he was saying, "Come, Guardian." But yeah, it's
You know,
Ansem's. It's Ansem's
Yeah.
Heartless.
Now, funny enough that, I gotta break it to you, dude. That's actually this guy, Tower.
Yeah, but this roleplay.
I'm
In
sorry,
fact-
is he saying come guardian?
Yes, come, Guardian. Shut up, Evie. But, oh, you guys can actually see the dice roll. Okay, let me minimize it then. Oh,
No.
no.
Is he like Lance looking like Sloth? Cut now. Open your heart to darkness. Sends up his guardian to grab Lance.
Now, Lance, open your heart to true darkness.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the end of the turn. The truck can't go forward. Its engines are destroyed. The security the guys who are here are fleeing, and we're on turn 3, correct?
Yeah.
2.
No,
Well, to-
we ended turn 2 to go to turn 3. Everyone, roll for initiative.
I don't think I will.
I load my gun. That's fair.
And thanks.
You rolled a 9, 10, 11. Wait, 9? No, 12. You rolled 12.
I got 8.
Oof. Edvin?
Edmund's not here right now.
Hey, roll a 10.
I keep forgetting. wait just a minute.
Yeah, you're fine. Do you need us to take a break?
No. I thought I rolled the wrong dice.
Okay. Knight goes, rolling a 6 and then a 10. Wow, he actually crit rolled that 6. Wow, nice. And remember, you need to, when you do these junction rolls, both of them need to be crits. Knight rolls a 15. Wow, he's a fast boy today. And then Myron, who has over here, and then where the fuck's Nightball? Here he is. He has a 6 in speed and a 6 in dexterity. Here comes the boy. Wow, he rolled a 9. Myron's trying to move fast down here. All right. Am I missing anybody? Nope. Knight goes first because the squad leader would go first, but Knight would go first in this turn because he's technically player than the NPC. So Knight goes over to the front of the truck and goes, announcing himself as, "Hey guys, guess who has 2 thumbs and took out that truck over there?"
Yeah, the entire situation's handled.
The fuck do you? The fuck do you mean?
Yeah. Damn, Knight, you're really pent up.
Edmund, you see a shadow apparition appear behind him.
What the fuck is that?
Nunyo. And if you want to keep breathing, it probably should be none of your business.
Well, I heard it say "Come Guardian," so I'm very much confused.
It glares at you.
Lance looks down at
the anima glares at me?
Yeah.
Honey, you can glare at me all you want. It's not changing the fact you literally said "Come Guardian."
And then we got started on anima porn industry in Power City.
Oh,
Knight looks around.
no.
So what? We ain't killing nobody? He breaks his skateboard.
No bodies?
Wait a minute. The fuck is that? Don't I remember seeing this?
No.
No, I do.
No.
Like I remember seeing you.
No.
Yeah.
At
What's
the King of
happening?
Anima tournaments, yes.
No, Knight's just remembering seeing the Cimrillis. Because remember, Knight and Sun share the same body in memory at times.
Yeah.
So he's trying to. I already said that he can't put it together ever again, but Knight will always just be like, I just have a feeling I've seen you before.
We saved your other half's life. Don't worry about it.
I know that because my anima tells me, but still, something about the story just never sat well with me. Anyway, the hell am I gonna do here?
Raid the truck for any valuable items.
Oh yeah, raid the truck. Take the Come Guardian with you.
You say that one more time. Like you won't be rooting toot. You won't be rooting tooting so much longer.
Have I said it 3 times yet? Have I got the rule of thirds?
Oh man. I'm not gonna kill you. I need you. I'm not gonna kill you. I need you. I'm not gonna kill you. He says audibly as he spends a decision to dash. You can only go up to here because that officer is right there.
I mean, he can try to kill me. It wouldn't go well.
The anima hangers over at the exit of the door, but looks back at you.
You can try. Oh, you have other words.
It just growls at you.
I'll be honest. I kind of like it better.
Huh?
What?
Going on to the squad commander's turn. He has no decisions, no movement. He's under control of Myron's influence. and he has to spend. He can only make an intelligence check to try to break. He has to try to beat Myron's initiative with an intelligence check of 6, which does not pass.
Yeah. Why
I
don't
was
we
gonna
just
say,
have
does he
him
like
let
have
us
a-
go through the checkpoint?
Huh?
Why don't we just have him let us go through the checkpoint?
He also
thought you wanted
passively
evidence.
takes 5 damage, true damage,
That's fair.
because he's under the influence of Myron. Yeah, and on his turn, I can have Myron do his decision, 2 decisions, and 2 and movement. What do you want him to do?
Me?
All of us.
Give Lance his papers back, and let us go through the gate unharmed. Give us like a pass or something. Put us on Schindler's List.
Wait, what?
Jesus.
These are my anima used. I paid good money for them.
Lance is
my
kinda
honor
like-
you.
But
What
before
about
I guess Katana.
That's fair.
Damn, you guys are just looting this dude. Okay, chill.
I mean, it's not like a katana. I wouldn't say it's like a katana. It's like a sable, isn't it?
Yeah, way more like a
That's what
saber.
I'm picturing.
Yeah, it's way more like
It's
a
like you have a
cavalry
cut-
saber.
You have a katana back home, Loon.
Look,
You just don't use it.
Steinrick is getting his blade.
Lance is like, do I need to keep holding him?
It's
No, keep him held. Keep him held.
okay. So
I want that
what
saber.
2 decisions do you want him to do? He's being held by Lance. Lance,
Okay,
you know he's
also-
under the influence of Myron.
So like, first off, order him to tell the rest of the soldiers to,
They already are.
stand down.
They're leaving. They're fleeing. He told them to leave.
Oh, well,
To
Well, tell
report
them
back
not
to report back to their police HQ to their squad checkpoint and report that nothing has happened here.
pretty much.
So
That-
that's what he already did. That's what those police officers are going to do on their turn. What do you want him to do on this
Okay.
turn?
I guess inform us about. Why don't we just get all the information we can get out of him? Like, Lance looks over. Hey, mind telling me about the whole guy in silver? Was a guy wearing a suit like mine, but it was silver, full of harnesses and all that jazz. the hell
I'll
is that
make
all
an
about?
intelligence check for him. Do you believe that I would be briefed about anything more than my objective? My objective
What is-
My objective is to gather all the anima users, determine who is hostile or not, and have them divided up by non-hostile and hostile animas. The hostile animas would be then taken to a secluded area unlocated between the districts for detainment purposes.
Wait, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean with?
We're gonna make
The hell's
a
with-
Keisha.
Okay.
Well,
What the
hold
hell
on,
do you mean
Danny.
by that?
Does anyone else want to ask a specific question? Because again, under Myron's control, you guys can all decide decisions.
Hey, can have him give us like a pass as Evie said.
Oh yeah, so Evie
Okay,
would speak
pass.
up and go, "Is there some sort of Schindler's List we could be added on?"
Yeah. Is there some sort of list we can be added on to let us
In the
go
truck.
to and from?
In my truck, at the front, in the driver's seat, there is a clipboard. You can just add your names and you can add the address and the store owner's name, and it'll be whitelisted.
Oh, perfect. We can
Okay,
add all of our
PRB for
names to
real.
this. Well, I guess I know what Knight's doing.
Knight nods. I'm destroying the truck.
No, get the clipboard, get all the stuff from it.
Yeah, I'll go grab it.
I'll apologize to your anima later.
Like those European summer camps.
Okay, so that's the end of the squad man's turn. End of squad leader's turn. Knight already went. Next up is going to be Lance, and then the policeman. Lance, what do you want to do?
Lance slowly removes him from the Lance knows he's already in full possession of Myron, so he just removes him out of the chokehold.
All right, so you drop your grab.
Yeah, and what Lance does next, he grabs over to the face mask and takes it off to reveal this guy looks like.
It's a rather simple-looking man. There wouldn't even be an avatar artwork for him. He looks like a run-of-a-Joe white guy.
I still don't get the whole gas mask thing. It makes you look retarded. I'm not gonna lie, man. And that's coming from the guy wearing this.
Jesus Christ.
Well, he woke up and not to insult your appeal, but
Also did wake up to prosecute me.
fucking game night European summer camp. Fuck you, game night.
And Lance was trying to spend this time trying to stop the suit from being in battle mode until,
To disengage it? Yeah, so spend the AP on the top of this turn, and then you can go into disengage mode. You won't spend more AP on the next turn. That is a full decision, correct. That is a full decision. And you cannot re-engage battle mode for another 3 turns. And while it's deactivated, could you imagine you don't get any buffs?
Yeah, that's fine.
Could you imagine the suit just stops?
Yeah, you don't want to get hit while you're in powered off mode. Anyway, Lance, you powered down back to Power Saber. You have one more. You already spent the decision to let go and power save. You want to move?
I think we move back. Lance looks at everyone. So I'm gonna leave you guys to do everything. I'm just gonna go back into the car and wait for you guys in it.
Well, you can't go that far. Go back. Go your range.
I thought we're not in combat anymore.
Go your range.
12.
So you're walking away from the scene. Yeah. The police officers go, and they begin to. They're gonna leave by the south. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as the officers are like walking away from the scene, final officer of the truck didn't catch the memo. He was been at the front of the truck this entire time. And he's freaking out that the fucking truck is broken in and that something destroyed it. He readies his rifle and pulls himself out of the truck and dismounts. Whoops. Meant to put him right here, in between the trucks. And holds up his rifle, telling Knight to get on the ground. Yo! Anima user! Get on the ground! Knight turns over, looking over his shoulder. I'm sorry. I'm not your mother last night. And so there's one officer who still hasn't caught the gist of everything just yet, because he was at the front of the truck. 12. Lads already went. The police officers already went, because the officer's not going to attack. Edmund, you're next.
Well, can I
Pop
leave?
locking?
Can I leave the truck like through here?
Yep.
All right. Edmund's gonna feel up the officer.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Hold on. Let's get you in the truck again. So make your movement range to where you want to go. Because Knight.
Here.
Please don't make this strange, says the officer looking at him.
You have to go one more tile down. You can't interact in diagonals, yeah.
Edmund is going to take the officer's sword and sheath and retrieve Lance's papers.
Yeah, so you spend both of your decisions to remove the saber and the paperwork you saw him stuff into his chest pocket.
So it's just a formality. We can't have you attacking us now, can we?
I would never hurt the Bright Lord. I can make him say anything. Check this one out. I think that I like, what's it called? Shit, I like Roseanne. I like
shoot him
Roseanne.
And he believes it.
I'll shoot
And he
him
believes
myself.
it.
And he believes it.
Shoot him myself.
See, wait, check this one out. I believe anima users have rights. I believe anima users have rights. We'll work on
What did I
it.
miss?
Essentially, the last officer is still trying to apprehend Knight, and Knight just turned over his shoulder and said he's not his mother last night.
Damn.
That's fair.
Edmund spent his turn, walked over to the officer, and disarmed him of the saber, and took back Lance's paperwork, ending ending Edmund's turn and going over. Now we go over to Myron, who has to spend 2 AP. Give me a second. Oh no, not that character sheet. It's in Nightfall.
So wait, did you write all our? Are we all waitlisted now?
No, we haven't done that
He
yet.
hasn't even got the.
Okay.
Excuse me, by the way. Myron spends 2 AP to keep up the hold on this man, and he can keep it up as long as he keeps within range. And he goes, I can pull information out of his mind every turn. We just risk killing him.
I
Can't
don't
we
want
just
you to-
heal him or something?
Do any of you have healing animas?
But you know, Sanric and can heal. You know.
Oh, can you now? Myron smiles. Well, then I maybe not have to hold back anymore, do I? Knight speaks up. You were holding back?
Let's just say everything that's. I'm learning my powers here. Let's just put it like that.
Well, no. Knight's saying that towards Myron, who's saying, oh, I can... Because you can heal, that means I don't have to hold back, huh? And Knight responded with, you were holding back?
Still, Myron, be gentle on this man. We need him alive.
So do you guys want him to interrogate him? Because he can, using his AP.
Yeah, we're gonna need it. We need all the information. What the hell's going on?
Okay, let me double
Yeah.
check the character sheet. Good old character sheet of Myron's. Yeah, 1 AP per question. Yeah. So, spend his decision and an AP. So what question do you want to ask him?
Well, I already got the answer. Like, what? So we know what happens to. You told us what's going to happen to the rowdy audio users. Oh,
Speak.
and how about this?
Hold on.
Well,
Good.
my question would be, where the hell did all this gear came from? Who's supplying all the military gear that's running around?
Speak truthfully
not-
under the gaze of the bright lord. All bear before my gaze. The squad leader struggles as he tries to resist. Fails, obviously. The weapons and equipment. Well, he's not wearing the gas mask anymore. The weapons and equipment that we are being provided were from the lower spire. It is a part of helping maintain peace and order with the anima users attacking.
I
Oh,
told you.
is that so? He takes 5.
Yeah.
He takes 5 damage, unmitigated.
Did not call it inside the Stallion.
Well, we know who the enemy is. Knight shrugs. We just gotta kill him, I guess.
You're talking about taking on the lower spiral.
Yeah, it's possible.
Do you not see how powerful we are right now, Lance?
Yeah, it's possible.
It's like, we got lucky. Are you joking? Knight, do you even know what the Hero League is?
The hell's a Heroes League?
The guys who have the Black Hole Sun.
Oh. Well, I mean...
You know where they are?
No, I don't.
Lance points over the spiral. They're there. And points down. That's where the weapons and gear came from for this whole lockdown. We could actually, you know what? We could end lockdown prematurely by taking out the leader.
I could figure out who their leader is.
How healthy this guy's looking.
Pretty healthy.
Shrugs, actually. Oh wait, this other officer.
Huh? The other officer is not aware of what's going on.
I mean, like, is he still holding the gun to fucking Knight?
Yes.
I can just see the scene where everyone's not giving a shit about Knight being held gunpoint and then asking the captain these series of questions.
Knight can handle himself.
I was gonna
I know, right? Like, Lance looks over like, what, Knight, just, I don't know, do something. We're talking to you.
The big boys are talking. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Anyway, you can ask him one more question.
Hey, so, guys, real quick. We could leave out of here and get the fuck out of Dodge. Or we could find out who's the leader of this whole shindig and stop it right here and then. But I
Myron
don't know how
speaks
that's
up.
gonna-
I do like the idea of going still to the checkpoints to get Anima users. We could recruit for Cobra.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about later, Myron. That's
Huh?
why I want to go to the GIA.
But we have a perfectly good situation happening here in the Market District, our very doorstep, Myron. Edmund, why would we go? Do you not see the power
well-
of Simrillis? We can easily sway some very powerful Anima users who are very scared
Well-
at the moment.
Well, with my sway in the GIA, we can have one of. Have you seen what's going on with Gridiron?
I am not aware.
If we can have that entire district of Gridiron, the essentially economic hub of the Spire right now, in our back pocket.
I do suppose that's a good idea. Do you require my audience? Do you need my presence with you?
No.
Then I can dub you with your, I can give you leniency to go and chase after this endeavor for us.
Well, I've been given leniency all this time.
Well, now, well, I mean, Myron will give you the okay to go. You're like, yeah, go ahead, pursue it. I will stay in this district, and I will have Lance, my best of friends, help me recruit people. Liberate
hold
them.
on.
That's what we call it.
I still need to get in and out of the district.
Well, that's
Wait,
where we're going to
hold
go to the checkpoints. We're going to all help each other.
Wait, hold on. I didn't agree to this whole liberating thing.
Oh,
Myron,
Lance,
I'm
aren't
not-
you a good boy? Don't you want to help the good people of Spiral City? Especially the Anima users being persecuted? Hey, this guy, a knight in the background. Hey, yo, this guy's still pointing his gun at me.
Wait. I don't know what to say. Hey, officer, can you put down the gun? Which your captain told you to all stop shooting.
I don't think he's listening. I think he was at the front of the truck when that happened.
Oh.
Knock that
Damn.
guy out.
I missed
It'll-
to shoot myself.
Damn.
Lance looks back, goes back to the conversation at hand. Look, Myron, as much as I would love to do all that stuff, my priority isn't. Sadly, my priority isn't to help these guys out. My priority is to try to find a means to fight back against the Heroes League and a lot of other things going on.
Lance, we can talk about this in the truck.
But the Cobra,
Yeah, sure.
perfect chance. Look, we're all going to the checkpoint anyway, right? So just come along with me, and we're gonna recruit for Cobra.
Well, honestly, Lance looks over the other Jeep. I would have loved to upgrade the bigger Jeep, but why did you destroy it again, Nate?
This guy's pointing his gun at me.
I will shoot him myself.
I will send him to Jesus myself.
Oh my fucking god! Mario, get the captain to lower the gun, his gun.
Denny, is that his turn?
Oh.
No, that it's still his turn. Yeah, it's his final action. So you want me to do it?
Yeah.
No, we need one more answer. Oh, nice. Good question. Okay. So real quick, I don't care how to talk. I was gonna make the last question is: should we ask him the leader or the head of the whole? Who's in charge and is this person located in the market district right now? What do you guys think?
Repeat that one more time, please.
Who is in charge and where are they located in the market district to stop the lockdown?
I agree. What about you, Evie?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Make it so, Captain Spock.
The Bright Lord demands to understand who is the man behind the curtain. I can't tell you. Oh, but you will. For you see, nothing hides behind the eyes of the Bright Lord. And you guys can see him physically jerking all over the place like a seizure happening until he calms down, finally. District Commander Jinpei is the one orchestrating the raids. He's currently at the HQ, residing in the police department in the Gambino district.
Awesome. You mean the same one that fucking Austin killed and went on a massacre on?
Well, I mean, they made sure to lock it down, but yes.
Oh. Wow. Huh. Man, wouldn't Austin love to go there right now? Hey, Austin, how you feeling? PTSD. I can't.
I killed furries, man.
I can't focus, man. I feel fucked up.
Anyway, back to the roleplay at hand. Myron speaks up. See? District man. And if we go to any checkpoint to get out of the district, you guys will still have to end up having to leave the district. Why can't we liberate a few anima users here or there and get them for Cobra? You're all making not very much sense here.
All right. I know statistically, I don't know this for a fact, but statistics says the GIA has anima users on staff.
Correct.
Also, statistically speaking, said anima users are going to be here in the merchant district with no cars coming in and out. The GIA is going to want to know where their workers are, and they will come to find out where their workers are through hell or high water.
Man, Murdoch, the camera panels back to Murdoch scratching his nose.
What?
Murdoch scratching his nose apathetically. He's like, yeah, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Probably won't.
Edmund's just bullshitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't Neil was dungeon cutting out for a bit there?
I'm sorry.
Because
Is that better?
For a bit.
Is it better now?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. With that being said, basically combat. Well, I mean, we'll just have it at the top of turn 3. Knight subdues the police officer at the top since no one's doing anything. That'd be his out of character thing. That would be the case.
I still want to try taking that katana from the captain. I still want that.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
it's Cyric's turn. Sorry, it's turn 8. Yeah. Siren, you end turn
I
3
have
for
it.
us. Go ahead.
Before we do that, I'm gonna walk over. Oh, I can't move my token.
Hold on. No, you have access to it.
Hold on, let me refresh then.
I'm just gonna keep your token over here in the shadows for now. You're not really using your anima powers. Stranger, I've become.
Okay.
Stranger,
Nice, nice saber. I'll
No,
take it. Thank
Edmund
you
has
very
it.
much.
Edmund has
I
it.
have it. I have it.
Oh,
I can just give it to you.
Oh. Okay.
There you go.
Thanks,
Acquired,
Edmund.
acquired saber, energized saber. It runs on a handheld battery within the pummel of the blade, and it has 5 charges. Every time it swings, it causes a charge. So it's 4 charges out of 5 since the man used it previously. The weapon itself deals 2d10 damage, and it can remove on AP up to half the damage dealt, but only damage dealt towards actual HP. So if the anima user had 12 defense, it can't. If it doesn't pierce 12 defense, it can't take AP away. You see what I'm saying?
So, one more time, then, please.
Yeah, no worries. Weapon is a 2d10. It has the special ability. It has 5 charges per day, where the weapon can be used and then has to be recharged, which means just a whole 24 hours. Every time it swings with the charged electrified edge, it gets another d10, and if it deals more damage to the anima user past their defense value, then it can remove AP half of what HP value they take. For example, if this weapon was to hit Lance, I hit Lance with it.
Oh,
Lance, you take 13 damage.
I only take 1 though.
When you take the 1 damage, you also lose 1 AP. Lance, I stab you again.
Ow!
15 damage this time. So he takes 3 damage, but then he divides it in half and rounds up. He loses 2 AP. Lance, I combo you to death. And I deal
Lance
30.
just died.
I do 30 damage. 15 of it will then Lance loses 15 AP. This would turn Lance completely inert. And that's how the sword works. Is that a clear demonstration as Lance's body's on the ground?
Yeah, it'll be very useful in multiple ways.
No, Ma, he's my dog. I'll do it.
I cast
Wait, hold on.
I cast X potion and I cast X potion on Lance.
Oh yeah, just to make sure the captain stays alive, I'll have Sandrick heal the guy.
You can't interact with people on diagonals.
Oh, I can't?
No. But for the sake of this conversation, to make it easier, hold on.
I'll move over here then.
Do you have enough range for that?
I mean, I'm right next to him, so let me check.
Because I was just going to suggest 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, 20 feet.
Yeah, range is on 24 here.
Yeah, so you're fine. Yeah.
You've been so good to us, so let's make sure we're good to you.
All right. Do you remember how the silver magic works?
I don't think I've used it till now.
Okay, so the silver magic allows you to heal. You spend 1 AP to make an intelligence check plus 5. Silver energy starts to pour out of the celestial portions of your tattoos. This is everyone's first time observing silver magic in action. Byron watches. Ooh, that looks quite familiar actually to me. Like the songs of a certain creation. Colors, dancing, and vibrantness. Where did you get that power, friend?
Like I said, I just learned I had some slowly trying to figure it out.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check, +5.
Okay, intelligence. Here we are.
Oh, is that a crit? It is a fucking crit. So you crit healed him for 16 +5 is 21. He's maxed healed. The silver energy jolts across the surfaces of this man's body, and you can see it mend physical wounds and repair him. He's fully healed.
Okay, just make sure he doesn't die from being dominated.
All right, and with that, we go to turn. We were already on turn. Yeah, we're ending turn 2. Now we're on turn 3. The police officers flee off the scene. Edmund pays 2 more AP in order to keep up the dominance. The officer takes 10 damage now because the damage continues to scale upward.
Edmund.
Sorry, the squad captain. He's still being dominated by Myron, who is paying the upkeep.
2 AP to keep it up, yeah.
Yeah. Gentlemen, not to alarm you, but this is quite a drain of my powers, and I'm feeling myself getting close to my half limit.
Well, we just have him write our names down on the clipboard and we're all good.
Very well. Knight spends his turn. I'll just show you what it looks like, guys. 2 AP to do this.
Is he dead?
I'm not going to roll for damage. The man was there, and then he falls into a pool of darkness, of shadows.
Well,
He screamed for a few moments, but then was gone.
at least there's no body.
Knight doesn't even break stare as he walks on over. So,
At least.
Did you go to the Shadow Realm?
No,
Jim Boy.
he got SCP.
Jim Boy, there's a lot of things about the Shadow Realm you don't know.
Did
Now,
he get the clipboard?
fuck a clipboard. Wait, you didn't tell me to get the clipboard.
Yes, I did.
Son of a bitch! He teleports backwards. Hold on. Son of a bitch! Whoops. I don't know. Actually, I can put you in the back, yeah. He slips into the truck, and with him and, let me move this guy away. With him and, his anima, Knight, he eventually finds the clipboard. He moves 17 feet. He has 32 feet. 3, 17 is 20, 20. I need 5. 5 is 8, so 20. So 8 is over here, so that's 25 feet. 5 plus, that's 2, 13. It's 30. Sorry. Okay, I got the paperwork. Fuck.
So whose name did you add, just in case? I just want to know. So you add Steinrich, yourself, Edmund, Myron, Lance.
The
When
Sauntering.
Alistair's name-
No.
just-
The paperwork. The paperwork states like the name of the dress of the owner, and whitelisting the location. So as long as you guys are in the Sauntering Stallion, you guys are whitelisted. He can make he can add a paperwork to put whitelisted anima users.
That's what we need to do.
Before you do that, just remember how suspicious that'll look.
We're gonna have him do it.
Correct.
No, have the captain do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Knight
force
spends
him
it.
to do all
So, yeah,
this.
Knight makes a decision to dash. All right, and then this final decision. Well, no, he spent a decision to the movement, grabbed it, came back with his full movement and then spent his decision. Yeah, he can't give an item. Okay, well, I mean,
I can take it.
yeah, you'll take it off his inventory. So, Myron speaks up. We're going to make him forge paperwork, correct?
Well, it won't be forgery if it's coming from his own hand, now would it?
Correct. Myron uses the power of his anima again. Okay,
So
I am officially at half of my AP.
We are whitelisting the Sauntering Stallion, and we're whitelisting all of us.
Okay, he rolls to attempt to break out of Myron's control, but he literally needs to crit to pass out of it, so he cannot. He takes 5 damage, part of the forced action choice he's making.
You might want to heal him again, Cynric, when you get the chance.
Yeah, this man's being hurt really bad. Because all this HP he's taking off is not including defense. It's just straight HP damage.
You may as well add Alistair and his college in there just in case to help, since he's part of.
No. It doesn't make sense. Why would we add Alistair? He wasn't even here to begin with. He's back at the Hamlet district.
Okay, fair.
So he can't resist, and he opens one of the portions of the papers in the clipboard that he has. And it has a portion that reads "Animas with exceptions, whitelisted." He labels your names and gives you all temporary ID numbers. The temporary ID numbers don't need to be memorized because those are internal affair issues, and he'll sort the paperwork because he's under the influence of Myron. He'll have to spend another decision, which means he'll have to hurt him more. Then he can add the Sauntering Stallion. So add it.
Yeah.
He hurts himself more. He takes another flat 5 damage, taking 20 damage this turn. He adds the Sauntering Stallion to whitelisted.
Alright, I think we're done.
Let's have Sandra kill him one last time.
Go ahead. Do you remember how to do it?
Yeah, I just take away one AP and then I roll for int.
Plus 5. And for now, we're going to wrap things up at this portion because I know it's getting late and I don't want to keep you guys for too long unless you want to keep going.
Okay, so that's an 11.
Yep, 11. I'll heal him. Silver energy crosses across this man's body. He's being you can see his cheekbones slowly concave themselves as the energies. It's his life force essentially. You can see that life force literally come back into him as Cynric, you heal him. Anyway, with that being said, do you want Myron to drop the control on him now? Everything he's done under Myron's control is considered willing, and he won't go back on it. Even the portions of him making him say he likes anima users. He unironically believes it now.
He unironically believes it now?
Yeah.
Alright, let's have him escort us to the checkpoint, and then that'll be good.
Warning, he may not live that long.
Oh, then let's let him go.
Okay, is that the consensus of everyone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
wait,
we're
hold on. I know we're not monsters or anything, but how do we make sure that...
You have to spend another decision by Myron, which is another turn, which is another upkeep of that overtaking HP that he loses. But you could make him verbally say he won't do certain things, which he can't do it. Consider Myron's domination like Made in Heaven. Sorry, is it Made in Heaven? What's the name of the stand? What's the name of the stand? Rohan stand.
Jordan, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name for the life.
Yeah, from part 4, Diamonds. Part 4. Diamonds are unbreakable.
Let me
Yeah, I know what
see.
you're talking about. The manga artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heaven's Door.
Heaven's Door, thank you. So his dominance is kind of like Heaven's Door. He has no will of his own after the power's been done. And because you guys can actually heal him long enough, you can keep giving him actions that he can't do or do. They just can't be self-harm. They can't cause harm to others. Just remember, his life force is literally being drained. So do you want me to spend another turn waiting for this to happen?
No. Just.
I don't think he'll
I mean,
make
like-
it one more.
Yeah, we don't want this guy to die because they'll kind of put us in a rough spot.
Very well.
Yeah.
Myron releases the control, pocketing the Cimrillus away as he does so. What? What happened to me? Why is my
We
face
saved
mask
you.
off? And
We saved your life.
why? Roll a charisma check.
Anyone with the system?
I'm gonna junction it.
Anyone assisting just gives him an automatic advantage.
Help him.
Gets an advantage.
Alright. I'm also junctioning.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay, then you're junctioning.
That's not the right. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries. So you roll a 4, and then what's the next? You need to roll. You're gonna roll a d12. Okay, you rolled a 9. You can re-roll because you're getting assisted.
Yeah, I'll re-roll
Probably the guy who should have handled the situation was Cynric, because he does have that +2. But it's too late now. Oh, you roll a d10. Ooh. Come on.
That's.
Roll a 12.
Do I have to re-roll the?
Yeah, you have to re-roll a 12.
Right.
Yep, you'll have to re-roll a 12. You rolled the 10. Oh, okay. 13. Wow, you rolled higher than the last one. 14. No, you did not. You rolled higher this time.
Yeah, I did. I rolled higher this time.
So you rolled a 13. I'm gonna give him a -2 onto his total initiative because he has been already drained a few times by Myron, so he's a little out of it. So you barely passed because of that, and he goes, "You saved my life." Anima users.
Yes.
Yeah, where's my saber? Why
Holding
do
it
you-
right.
Yeah, why do you have my saber?
He dropped it.
He reaches his hand for it.
You're
He looks at the checklist. I have my checklist on me,
yeah.
Yes.
and we already did the procedure. Then I see. I must have listed you as light listed. I see.
Indeed, you did.
So I fell. He looks around, getting a little bit more to his senses.
No, you had a car accident.
He looks at the car. Yeah, he looks at the truck. It's fucked up. Huh. Where are my men?
They went to get medical assistance for you.
That
We
sounds.
stayed behind to make. We stayed behind to make sure you didn't. You know.
You make sure you didn't die.
That's thoughtful of you, I suppose.
Like
He
we said,
fixes-
we're not
he-
monsters.
Yeah, he fixes his gas mask on. If my men left, they should have stayed. There's a routine. It's coming in right now. Another black truck appears.
Uh-oh.
Fucking face like yo, face fucking off, son of a bitch.
I
hell.
whitelisted you guys, so either return back to your vehicle or your residence. You're whitelisted, and I'll handle this truck.
All right.
Thanks. Much obliged.
Be safe out there.
And you guys can decide going back to the Sauntering Stallion, knowing it's whitelisted now and it won't be attacked, or going into the truck, knowing you won't be harassed throughout the checkpoints now.
Knowing we what?
You guys will not be harassed at the checkpoints. As long as you can prove you're Cynric, Myron, Edmund, and Lance.
Well,
And Knight.
Edmund still has his like ID from Gridiron on him, right?
That and the false paperwork, correct.
Yeah, so he can just.
Well, I'm just letting you know the state of things. You guys can go to the truck and make your way through the market district unmolested. Just don't go to the Cervantes or Gambino district. It's completely locked out. They will not let anyone go in. And try not to interfere with the lockdown. It's a lockdown for a reason. I can't keep you safe.
It's fine. I just got to get back to my employer at Gridiron.
No. You can keep that in character if you like. You don't have to tell the officer, but yeah. Essentially, he's warning you don't go to the other districts because they've already really locked the fuck down. So unless you really want to pursue fighting the reason why this lockdown's happening, you guys can leave to the Gridiron district without being harassed. This also means that if you leave, you can't return until the end of July. The lockdown is going to be lifted at the end of July, it seems.
Let's be clear. I cannot keep the saber, right? Because
Yeah, he wants it back.
Yeah, let's not fuck that up.
He reattaches his saber on his person. Thank you.
I seriously think through all the information we have, I know Myron's not gonna like it, but we go drop me off at the Gridiron Assembly, and you all go straight to the Travail Police Department to tell Steinrich what's going on.
Absolutely not. I am not leaving the Sauntering Stallion, especially since I just helped you, officer, of course, with the situation. So I will be staying here, and I will be trying to do the Cobra recruitment.
That's what I'm doing in Gridiron as well.
That's great. You'll have Lance and Cynric go help you with Knight.
I'm going to head off to Travail to keep an eye on, make sure the Zenigata isn't harassed by anyone. We are dealing with, a spiral court case against them, right? You know that. You understand that, right? He's going to be a target.
So it's agreed. So Myron's staying behind.
All right.
Yeah, the place is whitelisted, and so is he. So he's taking the option to just go back to the Sauntering Stallion. I'm not leaving the investment, and I had to turn the reinforcements into a decoration to bring in more people. Grimtongue, we have some refurnishing to do.
Yes, Black Wolf.
The Sauntering Stallion shall go under some renovating with the Cimrillas, and he's also going to be working on a relic, a rare relic, a mask. The city shall know me by glade. Only stare my mask. You guys know what I'm making, right?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm completely lost.
The Cobra Commander face mask.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. Myron's beginning to create the rare relic construct, using what scraps he has lying around, and the hammer that he's been given as a relic. So he's got the forge installed because it was supposed to be installed before all this cartography would have happened anyhow. So I'll give it that it's been forged. It's been placed for him. And the late character had a wish. And I'm going to still obligate it and give it to him. And allow his wish to be that the forge he has is going to be level 2 instead of 1. So Myra now has a level 2 forge, which he's using to work on a rare. Actually, I think he doesn't have enough resources. He only has enough resources for a rare relic right now. I don't think he has legendary scraps on him, but he can craft legendary relics using 2 legendary scraps. He has enough rare scraps to create 1 mask, which he's going to plan to. As a way to help the masses understand just how important it is for the anima users, you know? The rest of you guys plan to go to the truck, right? Lance's door knocker?
Yeah.
Yep.
Lance is going to travail. Myron's staying in Sauntering Stallion.
Yep.
Edmund is going to Gridiron to his employer.
Yep.
What can Thunder go to Hammer District without issue? He and Nate, that is.
I think
Yeah.
we'd have to go all the way around, wouldn't he?
Well, I mean, Hammer District is just not letting people through. Well, they would let people through as long as they have paperwork and all. But you can sneak through using Lance's van.
Oh, we should have whitelisted it too, considering it.
Wait, listed Al, you mean, or the Hammer District?
You can't whitelist the district. No, he's talking about the vehicle.
Oh.
But you can just get through. You can just get to the Hammer District through Gridiron, can't you?
Yes, correct. And there isn't any sort of lockdown between those 2 places, so it'd be easier. Correct.
Okay, I guess we'll stick around with Edmund. So Sam, Rick, and Knight will go to Hammer District. Tell Alistair about where these anti-anima crafts come from. Make him find a few scraps or 2 if they go to the lower spiral.
I'm removing you guys off the playing mat just so that, canonically speaking, you're all in the truck. Also,
Okay.
canonically speaking, our dear boy Ace went back to his headquarters. I'm going to put your headquarters closer to the really nice district where the hammer of the upper spire is. Here you go. You get a nice little district spot for you, Ace. I mean, if you feel free game night to let me know what sort of thing you want Ace to get through, his shenanigans to be going through. You would also know that there's a radio silence, but you don't know what's going on in the market district. You don't know that they're like rounding up anima users and all. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. All right, so
Wow. Look out for those 20 bits.
all right, so where are we jumping first to? This is the ending of our session. We'll take this is going to be the last 15 to 20 minutes, but this is just to establish what's happening next. This is the end of the 2nd week, since we're going back to now being every week sort of thing. Where we're going first?
Drop Edmund off at the GIA first.
Lance revs it up.
Well, let's go.
Passing through the
Explore
district, you can see that there are small columns of men and women being led in lines up to like desks. Each desk have people being sorted out. Most of the people are being led to large piles of people that are just led to walk away and whatnot. Only a very small group of people are like being led to vans in the back of them, the black vans like you saw earlier. You even you even see a scene of defiance as one anima user seems to be fighting on their own. Many more officers seem to be coming into the scene and will handle it pretty quickly. But there's enough of you in the truck to make a difference.
Let's get involved.
Huh?
Lance is like ripping his fucking like knees as hard as he can, trying not to get, jump out of the fucking car at this point.
What's going on?
As you guys are passing through the Cervantes district, you see columns of anima users, people being lined up and being led to these serving desks. As you make another block over, you guys can actually see some civil unrest as one anima user is blatantly using their powers. He's creating these weird purple flame constructs, and they're actually fighting against the officers pretty effectively. there are just going to be more officers in the scene that will eventually take him down. You guys have enough people, or you can drive past.
Right now, we can't afford to do any heroics at the moment, as much as I would love to.
Lance which is he wishing that he could help.
Driving past, you guys see the purple flame constructs tear through some of the officers, not killing them, but like through their armor and whatnot. Before finally 3 or 4 more officers make their way around his flank and then shoot him down.
I don't have Edmund or Myron didn't give me his camera before he left, did he?
No, he would have passed it to you. It's an important key item that would have stayed with the players.
Can I take a picture of this?
Yeah. Which scene in particular? Before he was shot or after he was shot?
The whole like group desk things.
Okay. Hold on, let me write that for you. So now you guys use 2 pictures. Because the first picture was the selfie.
Yep.
The second one is the columns of men, women, children going to a desk for paperwork. And you have an opportunity to take a picture of the violence of the Anima user. Do you want to take a picture of what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay, so before the police stopped him and you see him in his full attacking glory, or when the police shoot him? Hello?
Yeah?
Before? Okay. So you would capture him fighting using his anima powers against officers.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Those are the 2 pictures you were able to snag during that scene. So you have 3 pictures out of 12 taken. So everyone resists the urge, but like I said, he gets gunned down, and you can see the flame constructs. They stay around for a little bit more, but they eventually fade into the wind as you guys drive up to the checkpoint. The officers hold their hands out and try to stop you. Lance simply mentioning that you're anima users and you can check your whitelist, that we're all there. They all review the information. You guys hide Knight and Cyrek because you both don't have actual paperwork. Just need to pass it. They don't need to pass the dexterity, as they would take your word for it that there's all the anima users in there. And you guys get out of the district. Lance, you spend gas tonight. Current gas is 40 tiles, so you're down to 35 tiles.
Where exactly is the GIA on the map?
Right over here.
That's the prison.
Oh, whoops. I think I claimed it to be over here. In one of the in-between districts, yeah. Let me mark it up now.
Edmund had to walk from here to here to here, back to here, and then back to here.
And those are
carrying
mega
all of
blocks.
his equipment.
Yeah, and those are mega blocks. I have such new level power. Because you taught me how to do the ult thing, dude. It's ridiculous. Look how powerful I am. You can't contain me.
Look at what they have to match against our power.
Anyway, yeah, that's about 10. That's about 5 more blocks. I have the distance you go to determine the gas you spend, Lance. I can as you get better engines, you can even have that even more. So now your engine is at where's the door knocker? I'm knocking on heaven's door. Oh, I'm knocking on heaven's door. You got 30 gas remaining.
Oh. I guess I have to keep track.
I have it tracked on the character sheet for it. Edmund, you disembark.
Yep.
Take care, Edmund. Be safe out there.
And remember, give me a 5-star.
Hold on, since it'll be easier getting to Hammer from Gridiron. Shouldn't I also come with Edmund?
Well, no. What's the next stop for Lance? Travail?
Yeah, Lance would go straight to Travail from here.
So you can go through Travail through the Hammer District.
But would that be harder to get to the Hammer District from Travail due to the lockdowns?
No.
So I know which...
Hammer District isn't in a lockdown.
Okay.
And his
so
only other alternative would put him through the lower spire, which he can't drive. He can't drive through because he doesn't have the registration requirements to get through this lower spire.
I mean, he does. It's just highly illegal and might kill some people.
I don't have a license and registration.
Have you ever heard of Carmageddon?
Yeah,
Crazy Tennessee, mind you.
I just realized something. I should have broken that saber. I go at least taking the scraps with me. Fuck.
It's okay.
Well.
Yeah, every good plan goes. Next time, don't worry. With that, Lance, you start the APC again?
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
Lance just looks really fucking...
You see a pig
this
head.
is so shuffle.
Disappears.
Lance just glares at the pygmy.
It was gone, though.
Oh, it knows what it did.
Alright, I'm gonna smoke... I want to smoke the Scape of Flower of something called... and they hooked me up with some nice buds. Fuck yeah, I just love my old workplace. Sorry, super excited for this weed I bought today. Where were we?
Driving
He's
back
dropped
to
off
Travail.
Edmund, and yeah, back to Travail.
Okay, you go over to the marketplace checkpoint, but they're not as in scrutiny, and with your Travail police officer badge, they let you through just fine, Lance.
Yeah.
So where are we going?
Well, Lance, like, yeah.
Wait, where we're going in the market district?
To get ourselves to Travail.
Okay, is there any specific spot in the market district I'm stopping at before we go to Travail?
Oh, no, well, not at all.
Cyrek, are you stopping anywhere in market district?
Market District or Hammer District?
Sorry, Hammer District.
You probably have to go to visit Alistair.
The university.
Yeah.
Wait, what time is it?
At this point, the time is, since everything has happened, it's kind of around 1 or 2 in the morning. He was better off at dropping you off at your house. What's it called? Admin, because the place is closed.
Yeah, Lance was like, "We'll just park the car and sleep in the van tonight."
Okay, so you take another 7 tiles to make your way over to the to the street that's the library. So I'm gonna add up your the character sheet real quick. 23 tiles remaining. So that's less than half. So you're at 40, and you're on 27.
Lance takes that as well, sign work. Are you gonna go visit Al, or you gonna go crash with me in this van tonight? It's like 1 in the morning.
I doubt I'll still even be there, so I'll crash with you.
Well, he's at the university. That's where you
No,
always
no,
are.
no. You parked at Lance. Yeah, you parked at Alistair's library. Yeah, the library that Alistair's always at. Yeah.
And
Nights.
it's like 2 a.m., so I don't know if he even be in there.
Oh yeah,
Hey, we have to go.
Alistair's probably at his apartment at this point. But
Yeah.
Zector's always there.
Look,
Oh yeah,
just
Lance can contact him, right?
yeah, I can, but Lance just looks over all right. You can take the chairs. I'm taking the back. You don't give a shit if you're my guest or not.
Hey,
I'm having a long.
hey,
I have a
hey,
long
Lance,
day.
you want to see a cool thing with my anima? Knight suggests.
What's that?
He slips into the shadows and disappears entirely.
Oh, I forgot he wasn't even here. Hey, no, if you can hear me, did you find any of the other, I don't know, what you call them, avatars?
Correct, and he can't speak through where he is, and he refuses to answer. He won't be able to answer either.
Of
But
course.
you know the answer, Cyrek. The answer is no. You guys haven't. Cyrek?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Lance is asking about the avatars. Did you and Knight go after any of them?
We haven't found any avatars, so not much can happen on that front.
Knight spoke to you before about feeling out two other avatars that he can sense.
He did
Hopefully
filter
they're
out
not.
two avatars, but there's not much progress since then.
Hopefully they're not in the Walker District, man. Did we do the right thing, Starlight? As Lance lay on the bed, in the bed of the van, we could have helped that guy.
Well, I mean, now we can't continue the roleplay the third week. We'll continue the roleplay the next day of the second week. So now it'll be it's Thursday morning, basically.
Lance, we didn't have a choice. If we pull our heroics now, we couldn't save more people later. As much as I fucking hate to say it.
Knight speaks up. He has a point.
Lance takes out the White Horse Sun.
The orb shines particularly bright in this dark room. Lance, you're meant to use that when it's ready. It's time when it's the right time, and you'll know it. Like Cyrek said, we can't pull off these heroics. You saw what we need Myron's help to make sure everything went smoothly. Could you imagine if we didn't have Myron's powers and abilities? I'm actually kind of afraid of that man too. I'm happy he's considering making that Cobra thing. I might even join myself because as long as he is the man in charge of it, and he's not using it against us Anima users, I'd rather be not against that power.
He's won you over that easily, Knight?
Well, do you want to fight someone who can dominate you like that? You saw, he made that man believe he did not like Anima, he liked Anima users now. Do you know how powerful you have to be to convince someone what they hated, what now they like?
Yeah, but still, I think we can trust him for now.
That's why I'd rather be on his side too.
Yeah, let's be glad that he's on our side.
Oh, Lord. That's pretty tough.
We also have to
Long
find
he's
out
on.
what the Morales things, because in return, he'll make some relics for us.
That's a
And
cool
Lord
idea.
knows
But do we
we
really
all-
want to make him stronger?
Got some of the stories I've heard from them. But second, those ages. Lance gets up and slowly. I imagine this is after them having no sleep.
No, we're not done sleeping. We're gonna go into sleep now.
Oh. Hey,
knowing
before we
him,
get to
Yeah.
yeah,
before we get some started on Knight.
He's not
Is it,
there.
you're supposed. Oh,
I'll answer through Cymric, though. Ask Cymric.
am I supposed to be feeling this dread around me? Lance kind of like rubs his neck again. I've been feeling it ever since I entered the Hamwood district today.
Elaborate. What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, something bad's gonna happen to me. Don't know when.
You're suggested that if you could use the white hole sun and try to figure out what you're feeling through using it. Remember, its powers are tied to the black hole sun, so you can metagame with it a bit. So if you feel something bad happening around, maybe you can just spend an AP into the white hole sun and ask, is there something bad going to happen to me? It is that powerful.
Well, let's see how that goes then. Lance sends a piece of AP into the white hole sun.
The voice of Michael will appear. What is it that you seek? Avatar.
I've been having this feeling of dread. Something terrible is going to happen to me. I feel it ever since I entered the Hamwood district. Is there anything you can tell me about what's happening? Why am I feeling this way?
There are many threads in motion, Lance McKinley, especially pointed against you. Many people want you dead. Unfortunately, it makes it harder for me to discern what's going to happen next. Because, like a cascade of a kaleidoscope, looking through to the future is just a myriad of illusions that could happen. What I can tell you, however, is that there's a dark mark placed upon you. And you should fear the end of the month.
I can get rid of this dark mark, can I, Michael?
No. Your enemy is too much stronger than you are. You must brace for what will happen, Lance McKinley. The orb glows dim. Yeah, the orb then just glows dim. You cannot access this power for another month.
Oh, wait, can I not access into GSS?
No, that's different. You can't access that cracked orbed power of talking to Michael. For clarity.
Well,
And to be clear, you do get to keep your max AP. You still modified because your limbs are missing, but you still get to keep your max AP. You only spent 1 AP.
Gotcha. Lance looks over to Silent. Well, I hope you and I like having me around. Because I just got word from the big guy himself. Something tagged me. Something big and bad and ugly is going to happen at the end of the month.
What do you mean, big man? Knight speaks up.
Michael.
Yeah, Silver Order, correct. Still, same order.
Michael from the Silver Order.
You mean the Michael, the voice of our order?
Yeah, I just talked to him.
He's light. Wait, hold on. He's lunar years away from us.
Lance looks over. I've been using the wild sun to talk to him.
Oh, well, that explains everything then. He shrugs his shoulders. Well, next time you talk to Michael, tell him to reassign me. The next time he sends me down to fucking the material plane, I don't want to end up having to babysit someone like Lance McKinley.
Why? But hey, I only call him because I need guidance.
What did he tell you then? What did he tell you?
It's race for the end of the month.
No, before you say it, you feel your throat catch up. The divinity cannot be spread across.
Can I not write it down or anything?
Every time you attempt to, your hand just messes up on purpose.
Okay. Well, I don't know why I can't say it out loud.
The divinity is
But-
only for the avatar.
Okay. Look, I just need you guys around me for the rest of this month. When I look around, seeing if you say that.
That's fine. Because you're not hinting at what's happening. You're not hinting at what calamity or whatnot. But yeah, Knight looks over at Cyrek and goes, so do you want to keep bodyguarding Knight? This man? Do you want to go back to bodyguarding Lance again?
Look, I'll tag along with you guys, but by the last week, no matter where we are or what we're doing,
Nah, your throat starts to choke up. Can't talk about the details. Yeah, you can't talk about the details of it or go into planning.
Oh,
Cedric taps Lance his hand on Lance's shoulder. I don't see why we should split up. We'll stick with you for a little while longer.
Hey, hang on, yeah. But the end of the week, last week of this month, I believe it's a good idea. Go to the police station.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't get that sentence out. Again, it's like you can't talk about what you should be doing or planning for that week.
Oh.
On the
Because
third
Kamen Rider
week,
Gaim
go to the
where
police station.
Mai tries to tell everybody about the future, but she just keeps talking in vague sentences because she literally wasn't allowed to be clear about it.
Yeah, something like that, or your throat just catches up on itself. Like you can't physically get it out. I'm gonna have to uninstall Monster Hunter Rise.
I have to uninstall these nuts.
No, hold on. I keep it installed, and then tomorrow I get that hard drive, right? Anyway, we are kind of ready to set off. Wait, we got where we are going to be going for our next session, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the end of our session, and we can continue, but I don't want to keep anyone longer than they don't want to be here. How did you guys feel about the sessions today? It was our first one without my Kayla. So how did you guys feel?
A bit worried, but we managed to pull through. That could have been super hairy.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate it. But
tired?
I just found out that one, I'm really tired. I had a long day.
Of course.
Two, I found out that I gotta help a yard sale tomorrow.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh no.
Be safe, because I know that physical activities really, stress you the fuck out.
Yeah. My cardiologist called twice asking if I was okay today.
Yeah, that's always a good sign, My cardiologist calling me twice a day is definitely a good sign. Yeah,
Well, they asked if because my Holter monitor sent them an alert.
Mm-hmm.
And by my Holter monitor, I mean the company sent them an alert saying, "Hey, something's wrong." So.
Well, that's nice enough, I suppose. That's not like it's a little invasive, but as long as they're just checking in to make sure you're alive, that's not bad. I'd be grateful.
I'd much rather it be invasive
Yeah.
than finding out I need to go to the emergency room like 5 minutes ago and the 5-minute time frame has passed. I'm needing nitro.
Let me get a raid going on. Any final comments, questions, concerns that you guys want to share with me? The feeling for the sessions? Anything?
Yeah. Where's Edmund gonna sleep tonight?
That's a great question, Edmund. I guess you have to walk back to your apartment.
That ain't happening.
So I guess you're sleeping at the front of the GAA building.
That ain't happening either. Edmund's gonna go sleep by the docks.
He's where?
He's gonna go sleep by the warehouse entrance.
What warehouse entrance?
I assume the GIA has an entrance for all their materials, right? They're like the
Oh,
stock.
yeah, something like a stockpile. Yeah. It would be not on the same block of the main building itself, but yeah, you could find it.
Yeah, he's gonna go chill.
Gotcha. So you
He's
sleep out.
probably
So you sleep out in one of their docking spots. You know what? Even better, they have truck depot next to the building.
that's what I meant. The truck depot. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm tired.
No, you're fine, dude. You're fine.
Because somebody is going to let Edmund in.
Whether they like it or not, because Edmund can just Edmund his way in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and Technicolor in between, thank you all for tuning in and being part of the show today. I really appreciate having you guys here. If you guys have any more questions, comments, concerns, always feel free to message me, share your ideas with me, and I hope that we get the next session going on to next Thursday. Take care and have a great night, everyone.
There you go, bro.
Later.
Later.